Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker, and Nikki, otherwise known as Poplar Picker. I hope everybody's having a good morning. It's Wednesday, January 10th. I think I have a cousin. No, I don't have any. I don't have anybody that has a birthday today. Oh, I need to put that on my list. Sorry. I think of something and I'm like, oh, I got to put that on my list because if I don't, I'm going to order some flowers for my mother-in-law for her birthday.
Oh, when's her birthday?
Friday.
Oh,
So
she'll like that.
her name is, so I came up with, and it was completely by accident. One year I ordered her some flowers. I ordered some roses for her. And, and her name is Rose.
Yeah.
And then I put, may your day be rosy or something like that. And I was like, that was pretty good. I didn't even think about it. But, yeah, I try to get her some flowers.
Yeah, she'll like that.
Flowers always make you perky, feel better.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't ever get them.
Yeah.
I used to. But then I told Gary, don't waste your money.
Yeah. But it's always nice to get. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It's always
know that
nice to know somebody's thinking about you.
exactly. I understand the whole thing of, you know, the flowers are gonna die and stuff like that. But I think for the time that they last, I think it's good.
I always tell Gary, if you want to get me flowers, bring me home a plant that I can plant.
Right.
Bring me home like a house plant, or bring me something for the garden, or like a fruit plant, like a strawberry plant or something, or if you must buy me flowers, do something like that.
Yeah.
Because then it's something I can enjoy forever, or for as long as I keep it alive.
Yeah. I'm usually the plant. Yeah. I don't do well with plants, but
Do I need to move up?
uh,
You want me to move up? Sorry.
no, you're fine.
Amanda's bringing
You
them.
are fine.
Amanda's putting a big box in my car. Want that? I could eat it. There's some Franks right here if you want some.
So I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Got a lot done. Hank says, "Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Mother's Mustache."
Morning, guys.
So, had a great day yesterday. Always, because I haven't been to the bins in such a long time, it's always kind of stressful getting there. So it took me a little bit longer than what I had planned. And then I stopped a few places on the way, and so it was good. I got there at like 10 and we went pretty hard and heavy. Poor Jessica, she was waiting there with 2 carts and she was waiting for me. And she was waiting and she's waiting. I could not find a parking place. The place is packed. So I had to park like basically a block away and but I made it in and we got busy and
as many people that bothered her during her video while she was just holding on to her cart, I can imagine how many bugged her about her holding 2 carts.
oh my god. Yeah, she said people are just, like eyeing me, like eyeballing me because you can't have more than 2 carts.
Yeah.
and they're pretty, pretty big sticklers about that because she's like,
Yeah.
man, I was looking at all this stuff from, afar, and she said it was just she said I was
Hmm.
just jonesing because I wanted to get in there and get to it, but
Hmm.
I said, well, you should have went. She goes,
Yeah.
but they would have. I'm sure they would have said something if I would have had two cards out there.
Hmm.
I said I would have figured it out. She goes, no. She said I was here first, so I saved you a cart. So
All you have to do is push one cart and pull the other cart and just have stuff in both carts. And then when you got there, put everything in the one cart and give you the other one.
yeah,
Oh, really? This person like started walking. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
you're fine.
I'm turning the corner by the police station and this person started walking and I was already in my turn. Well, that is an instant ticket. If
Right?
somebody steps off the curb, you.
Yeah,
But I was already in mid turn and it's like, what do I do?
yeah.
Well, we're gonna hurry up and hopefully I don't get seen. And I turn the corner and there's cops and attention now, so that's good.
Oh, yeah. I ended up getting. I think it was 180. 180. Well, let's see.
Wow,
It was probably between 180 and 190 pounds of stuff.
that's a lot of
So
freaking clothes.
that is a
Gee,
lot of clothes. And I will say, yeah, the majority of what I got was clothing. So I didn't really do whole lot of. I know I got a pair of shoes. I got a puzzle. Um, and I ended up getting like 20 books, kids books, because I send those to the kids, the grandkids. And
how do
so
they
it was
charge you
good.
for the books?
They charge separately. I can't remember how much. Let me go look. I can't remember how much they charge per book. Um, oh, so they separate them. They separate the books, and it looks like soft cover books were 75 cents for three, and then um, it looks like 13 books. I think they were 50 cents, and so that was 6.50. So they charge you separately, because they're so heavy, so much heavier. Um,
Our bins charge you, they stack them up and they charge you 15 cents per inch.
yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So, but I mean, buying those kids' books are really expensive, like at the stores. Just a regular like Walmart, they want 5.99, 7.99, 10 bucks for a book, and so it's a lot easier to buy these books from the bins or the thrift stores, because they're a lot cheaper. And the kids really they like to look at books. Um, so so yeah, I got a bunch of that stuff. I'm gonna try and do I may not do a haul on everything. I think probably what I'll do is I'll get into the blue bags and show you what I got from the bins, just with the IKEA bags. I got to get me some more of those. I need probably about um 5 more bags. So I'm gonna get online and I'll put that on my list too.
Do you just buy your
So
IKEA bags on eBay too? That's where I get
yeah,
mine.
yeah. I order them on eBay. I usually get them for about I think it's $2 or $3 a piece.
Oh, ain't
Um,
bad.
and they're not, and they're well worth it. They're well worth it.
Well, you have the
I
ones with
like,
zippers. I never seen the ones with zippers before.
yeah,
That's
they're
awesome.
great. They're great. I like them because I can put a lot of stuff in there, and then I can put them in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
So so I know that they're not going to blow away.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely do come in handy. Um,
Hi
and they're
guys.
they're well worth it. Hey, Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Hi.
So, do you think you got a lot of like bread and butter stuff, or did you get some good brands, or what do
I
you
you
think?
know
How
to
do,
tell you the truth, I think I didn't get anything that was like, oh my god.
yeah.
I can't believe I found this. I got a lot of bread and butter.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, that's all right. Bread and butter pays the bills.
but that's the thing is that I know I can get 14 13 $14 out of uh out of these items, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi, Todd.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright, shiny faces, and this is the way we start out the day. Good morning.
You can tell
Wow.
he's a teacher.
Look at
Only a
that.
teacher would know a song like that.
Exactly. So true.
I feel like I was
Wow,
in the first grade.
did you sell a snow globe or something? You seem like you're in a pretty good mood, Todd.
Uh, no, I got an offer for one of them for $60, but I turned them down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
I did sell a statuette to Australia. Australia.
Oh,
Oh,
cool. Very cool.
Yeah, wasn't all that big a deal. Just a little. Well, wasn't real little. About 12-inch tall wooden statue of the goddess Siwa. Siwa.
Ooh.
Yeah, she had bear breasts and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoop
So it's
That's
whoop.
cool.
going. It's going
That's cool.
to Australia, and
Yeah.
probably close to where it was originally made. It was
Huh.
like a Bali. Where's Bali? Is that Indonesia? Anyway, Australia is a lot closer to where the statue was made than here.
Wow. So kind of
Anyway,
made it around the world kind of thing, huh?
yeah, kind of.
That's kind of cool. Going back to its original land type of thing.
Yeah, looks like it's made out of like teak or something. Teak,
Uh-huh.
like color dark reddish brown.
Yeah. I think that's pretty easy um to carve.
Is it? I don't know.
I want to I want to say that's a softwood. I could be
Gonna
wrong,
see.
but
Gonna see a picture of it. I can
well,
screen
sure.
share.
I would love to see a picture of it.
Okay, let me. Always takes me a second to find pages on the old computer because I'm slow. I'm an old man.
You know that only
Uh,
goes so far, right?
well,
Good morning, Karen's at the beach. Morning,
just
Cindy. Good morning, Grammy
just
Margaret. Good morning, Anissa.
just be all snooty after I come on all cheery and stuff. Yeah.
Morning, all you gals, guys.
Let's see.
All y'all. Yeah, I like
Oh,
Anissa. I like the ones that have the zipper. Because they're like super long, and I love those things. They come in they come in handy. I like to buy them when I buy groceries too, because that way I'm not like carrying. I'm the type of person that um when I go to the grocery store, I don't like to go in and out of I like to get as many bags in my hands as possible, even if it means cutting off the circulation. Um, and
You see
and
that?
so
Oh, sorry.
okay, hang on. Let me get it. Oh wow.
She's kind of cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like Amazon almost like or
Yeah.
what's that? What is that? Oh, what's the name of that? Aborigine
Mm.
type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
This is
But
like
it's really nice.
made
Very
in
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Bali, Siwa. Goddess Siwa.
nice.
Whoever that
I like
is.
it. I like it.
They
Damn.
declined giraffe or
Yeah. I countered with 125 and they whatever.
They said, nope, no sale.
That's fine. I'm patient man. I can wait for a deal. Look, she got bare breast disease going on here.
Yes, she do. She do.
So she's about 12 inches tall and yeah, on its way to Erlanger, Kentucky. And
There you
then
go.
and then Australia.
Then on to
Aus-
brighter and greener pastures, right?
It's probably 1,000
Oh,
degrees right now down there.
Karen's at the beach. I'm so sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm very
dang.
sorry about that.
Did she have a good life, Karen's? Was she fairly elderly or I don't know. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom is the last of her generation. She's 90 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
My friend Mark is haunting me.
What do you mean?
He's haunting me at the store.
Really?
Yes, he's haunting me. He told me he would. He used to tell me that all the time. He used to tell me that all the
Well,
time that he'd come back and haunt me.
there you
And
go.
he's doing it.
Parkinson's. My cousin and one of my uncles each had Parkinson's, and yeah, it was a long, drawn out
Yeah.
pain for both
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video of that guy that has Parkinson's and he's the lady that takes care of him, she turns on music on her phone. It's like a study kind of thing. She turns on a country song and he can walk. He
Mm-hmm.
can walk at a very good pace without his walker even.
Mm-hmm.
With that music going, as long as he gets the beat going,
Right.
And it's almost like it's almost like people that stutter except when they're singing.
Right. Right.
It's almost kind of like a mind game
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, definitely.
it's so crazy.
Mm. Yeah, the brain is a tough thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Some goes wacky. You get dropped on your head when you were 6, or got a tackle in football, or my uncle fell
Yep.
off a scaffold at work. So the next 30 years of his life, he went from mild to worse to worse to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You don't want to monkey around with your brain too much.
Oh no, you don't.
It'll get messed up.
Well, I'm glad that we can be here for you, hon.
Absolutely.
And maybe keep your mind off of things.
Maybe even put a smile on your face every once in a while. That's good. But I know it's hard. We lost our mom she was way young. She was way
Just
too young.
53.
And it was, we still miss her. We miss all the things that she missed out on,
Mhm.
and so, but we just miss her.
We know she's around,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I can't, reach out and grab her and hug her, and that's a hard
Right.
thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna cry.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
My eyes are getting sweaty.
Oh. You need a napkin or a Kleenex?
A napkin.
A napkin.
My nose is running.
Oh my gosh, you got a cold now.
Oh,
Now you're just sick.
Him saying my eyes are getting sweaty. It used to be so funny. My great nephew, he would pee the bed,
Mhm.
and and I was like, oh, you peed the bed. Let's go get you cleaned up. He goes, no, I just sweated. And I was like, you sweated that much? Holy smokes! I never even seen somebody with menopause sweat that much. He's like, no, Auntie Nikki, I sweated. He goes, I sweated a lot. I was like, all right, well, let's get you cleaned up anyways, all right?
It's funny how your sweat smells just like urine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, that was so funny. Auntie Nikki, I just sweated a lot. Okay.
Poor thing. Poor thing.
Well, sweat'll stink too, so let's get you showered.
Yeah. Get you cleaned up.
I thought, holy crap, if anybody sweated that much, you could get dehydrated in a couple nights. I let him think I believed him though.
At least it made him feel better,
Yeah. Oh, and my little nephews, my great nephews, they always call me Auntie Mickey when they were little. Auntie Mickey.
Aww.
Yeah. And then he always called my daughters. I have 2 daughters. Instead of calling them Brandy and Amanda, he'd call them the big one and the little one. Because he always forgot their names.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing what kids will,
Yeah.
I always had this vision of what I wanted to be called as grandma, and of course it was, somewhat extravagant, but that's just me. And I had this whole, thing going on that I wanted to be called this, and it didn't work out that way though. They gave me the names that they wanted to call me. It didn't have anything to do with what I wanted. So, but just funny.
I just don't want them calling me Granny.
Yeah.
I don't want to be called Granny.
Yeah.
But I guess I probably wouldn't care.
No, when you get to that point, it's like, when they say it, it's like, it's cute no matter what they call you a piece of shit, and
yeah,
and you'd be happy with it,
oh.
That's so sweet. So
maybe not.
I could totally see myself being called Granny Nikki. I'd be totally okay with that.
Granny Sally. Yeah.
No. Stop it, Hank. It's not. It doesn't have a nice ring to
it. Yeah, I just want to be called whatever they want to call me, as long as it's nice.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
My
One.
my kids had their great grandma. They would call her Great One. They would that was her great grandma name was Great One.
That would be
So
the perfect name for me.
I want that. I want that name.
That would
I'm
be
gonna take that
perfect for
name.
me. You can call me Great One.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly that was they didn't call
That was what they called her.
they didn't
Yeah.
call her grandma, they didn't call her granny, they called her Great One. And I thought
That's awesome.
that's what I want. I want that one.
It's okay if y'all call me that too.
Yeah, I want to be the fancy great one.
Well, I have great nephews and nieces. I think I'll tell them that they need to start calling me that. Great
Yeah.
One.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What about Queen Grandma?
Queen. I always like being called Auntie Nikki. I never like being called Aunt Nikki. It always sounds like, like I'm old or whatever. But I always liked it that my kids would call me Auntie Nikki.
Yeah. I like that.
For me.
Yeah. It puts a special ring to it.
It's weird because there's in me and Valerie's family, even our there's certain aunts that we call Aunt Priscilla, Aunt Shirley, and but then there's other aunts on the other side that we wouldn't say aunt before their name.
No.
It's so weird how you do that. But in Brandon's family, all of my nieces and nephews call me Aunt Sally.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. They all call me Aunt Sally, and they do that to everybody. They call them aunt or uncle. Brandon is Uncle Bam Bam to a couple of the nieces, but other than that, he's Uncle Brandon.
Right.
But it's just so weird how families will do that. The whole family will call, but we didn't really do that. I guess it was just more, people that we're closer to.
Right.
You
like you see them more, and I mean, we didn't see our other side of the family. We didn't see those aunts for maybe twice a year, maybe once a year.
Yeah.
And and the other ones it was more frequent.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Grammy says, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I wanted to be grandmommy, like a grand mommy. Well, that didn't happen, but I love Grammy that they chose. I think it's cute. Grammy.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm a Nana on one coast, and then I'm a Mimi on the other.
Mimi?
So, yeah, that's what Atlas calls me, Mimi.
Oh.
We tried Mima. I wanted Mima. And they couldn't say it, so I was like, they just call me whatever, whatever they wanted. So
yeah.
Well, that's their special name for you, and I think that means more than them calling what I want them to call me.
Sure.
I would totally be okay being called Grammy. That would be totally fine with me. Now, my nephew is Gary's nephew and niece on his side, and then my nephew and two nieces that live in Michigan. They all call me Auntie Nikki. But my four nephews that live in town here, who were born, the oldest one was born when I was in 5th grade. So we kind of grew up together.
Yeah.
So they all just call me Nikki. They don't call me Auntie. Occasionally they'll call me Auntie Nikki, but usually it's just Nikki, which, like I said, we kind of grew up together. So, I mean, there really isn't, I know they have respect for me, and they do absolutely anything for me. But where a lot of people say, oh, well, it doesn't show respect by them just calling you by your name. But it's totally fine with me, because I've always been really good friends with them, more so than an aunt and a nephew's, and then as I got older, they became more like my kids,
Yeah.
But, Well, at least the younger ones, not the older ones. But yeah. But Gary's nephew and niece, they're the same ages as my 4 nephews that live in town. But they didn't know me until I was an adult. They didn't really know me until I was an adult. So they call me Auntie Nikki. You know, I'm close to them, but not in the same way as I'm close to my 4 nephews.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I had to raise them too, so I'm more like a mother figure to them.
Right.
Than a friend, you know. Whereas
I've tried call. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, with my 4 nephews, I mean, I was the one that was always out the lake with them, fooling around. I was always out doing whatever with them, messing around because, you know, I was like a kid too. You know?
Cindy says I forced my nephews to call me Aunt Cindy.
Maybe somebody asked what do they call you, and I said, you know, they've always called me Valerie, or you know, sometimes they'll even call me Val, but they've never called me, my son-in-laws, they've never called me mom. And I said maybe they'll find a different name for me when I'm around more. So
yeah.
Maybe it won't be very good. I don't know.
Maybe you don't want to know what they're calling you. They might have their special names for you. You don't know.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't call my mother-in-law mom or anything. I call her Pee Wee. That's her nickname.
Right.
He's grown up with, you know. So, but I've tried to call her mom. You know, just like in my head, it's like a war of like, okay, I'm gonna call her mom, and then I can't do it.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, you know, I don't want to like take my mom's place.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's a respect thing.
I don't know. Yeah. And you know, I'm respectful to her and everything. I just call her Pee Wee. I just can't call her mom.
Yeah.
Both my girls still call me mommy and call Gary daddy. People give them crap about that all the time. They're like, "Did you just call her mommy?" It's like, "Yeah, that's my mommy." You know, it's always what they've called us.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that they, you know, that's continued on into their.
That's what Emily calls me. Emily already calls me. She calls me mama and mommy.
No,
and my kids
have
always just
called
my kids have always called me mom, not mommy or mama or anything. So.
Yeah. I always called my mom and dad, but yeah, my kids have always called me mommy and him daddy. That's all right. I don't care. You know, it'd be weird to be called mom and dad. Names.
Cindy said I would smack you if you called me Pee Wee. that's her nickname. She's like 4'9", and she's real short, and she's always had super long hair, and she's always been the shortest one of the family. So
Sadie's been called a mother before too.
Sally, she's shorter than you even? You can actually call somebody Pee Wee?
Yeah. I love it. I love it because, you know, somebody's actually shorter than me.
She's got to be short. No.
Yep.
OJ says I've always made my kids call me the Supreme Commander. Hey, if you're gonna go, you might as well go big, right?
Yeah, go big or go home, right?
That's why I was saying Queen Grandma. Why wouldn't you do that? You know?
Yeah.
I want to be Queen Grandma.
Queen Mama.
I'm already Queen Mama, but they don't have to call me the Queen part.
Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh.
No, only my kids will only call me mother if they want me to give them that look.
Right. Right.
Because I'll be like, what do you want? Why did you just call me that?
My mom used to hate it when I'd say, "Okay, mommy dearest," and she would just, she would get mad. And I never understood, I mean, I was just joking around, but then my daughter one time, she watched Mommy Dearest, and one time she goes, "Okay, Mommy Dearest," and I got flames in my eyes like my mom did. I was like, "You want me to show you Mommy Dearest?"
Right.
She's like, "No." I'm like, "Then stop calling me it."
No wire hangers.
Oh
I need y'all's opinion. You ready?
no.
Whenever you get it. No.
What?
Never mind then.
What?
Okay, I'm screen sharing. Ready? Look.
Okay.
Would you spend $540
No.
to sell it for $3,300?
No.
To sell it
It's
for
a-
$3,000, you think it'll sell for $3,000?
Yeah, there's 56 of these tents,
Oh,
and each one of them sells for about $75. So that'd be a profit of about 60, and so $3,300 for 56.
Wait a second. How big of
Yes.
a tent is it?
It's small. It's a one-man tent.
huh. Well, if you think you could, if I thought I was going to make $3,000 on it, I would definitely pay it. If it's, I would really do my research and make sure that I was going to make that back. I mean,
So
taking
yes.
a chance on $20 is one thing, but taking a chance on $540, that's another. But yeah, I mean, if you think you can make your money back on it, do it. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can live without the money. If it's a matter of paying your bills, I wouldn't do it. But
Well, it says it's trending at $79.98.
yeah, that's not always right. Though.
So I figure each.
Are there any solds? Completed?
Yeah, there's solds. Well, let's see. Now that
Are they all
one's
new or are they used?
This one says defective.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you got,
but
and they
sold,
got 50.
that one sold for 50. I'd still make a profit at 55 with free shipping, but not a real big profit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a military type tent.
It is.
Right.
Right.
Here's one that sold for 70 with 1362 shipping on the 3rd of January.
Are all yours in good shape, or are any of them defective? Do you know that?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah.
They're all used.
Yeah. Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they could all be just shit,
See them in that?
Yeah.
They're just
wow.
in bags in a great big box.
Yeah.
Well, now if you think about it, I mean, what if some of them are dry rotted, or because that's something that can happen with tents,
Well, that's true. It's government liquidation lot.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed with it. All this stuff on government liquidation is going for high bucks.
Yeah.
I didn't think all this stuff would go that high, but they are.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
So say if you paid it and you got this big box, would you be able to make a profit on, say, if those half of those were bad and you were able to sell them for $70 a piece, would you still make a profit?
Yeah, excuse me, a $60 profit on each would be 5 times profit. You're
Okay.
spending $600 and selling them for, yeah, that would be that would be like almost 5.5 times profit.
Uh-huh.
So if you sold half of them for 60, if you sold, yeah,
So
then you would be at about 3 times profit.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know.
and I seen that the opening bid was $25. Do you think it's going to go much higher than that?
Much higher than
Well, it's
540?
on.
five.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
it sure could. I don't know. I mean, if I throw 540 in there, who's to say the guy who already bid 500 won't jump over the top of me again? So, yeah, I
I
mean, there.
One thing is when people do liquidation lots, they figure at least half will be shit.
Yeah,
So if you were going to make a good profit on half, I would probably take the chance. I probably wouldn't go much more than the up to, I don't know, probably 600. But yeah, you figure if you can make a profit on at least half of them, then you
Yeah.
should be good. You know. I mean, how many of those do you have to sell? What you need to sell, like what, 10 of them to make a profit? If you got $50 a piece, you'd have to sell what, 10, 12 of them to make a profit or to get your money back.
right.
So if you think you can get 10 out of that lot that are good, yeah, I would do it. I mean, on the chance to make $3,000, yeah, I'd do it. As long as you don't need the money.
Yeah, I'm rich. I got money burning a hole in my pocket.
Well, but tents, I would be a little leery about because, like, I mean, if you think about military tents, where were they used? I mean, were they used out in the desert? Are they going to be all dry rotted? Are they going to be all sun faded? But then again, military tents, they have to be out in that extreme weather, so they're made a little better, so they probably wouldn't dry rot as fast
Right.
as, say, our
Yeah.
tent out in the garage.
Yeah.
You know,
But on the other
so
hand, a bunch of these could have been issued and then never used and then just turned back
and
in when they left Afghanistan,
Mhm.
True.
yeah,
So,
and then there you got really good luck. you know. Um, I probably would do it myself to make $3,000 out of it, sure. But
no, you have to get. Jason asked, can you preview the auction? No, it's for one thing, it's a long ways from here, and another thing, the auction ends at 4 o'clock Eastern time today. So, wow, Nikki's car was loud.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Valerie,
Sherry,
did you count how many pieces you have?
I have not. I
No.
didn't get to that. I went to
Oh,
bed at 9:30 last night.
holy moly.
I wasn't I was doing okay, but I was somewhat hurting. Like every part of my body hurt. And
Just
so
doesn't wear you out, huh?
I took some Advil, I took some a stomach pill, and like I didn't even eat dinner because I was just so exhausted. I didn't want to even make dinner. So I didn't do anything like that. I just um basically got a drink and took some medicine and I went to bed. And it felt
Wow.
so good. It felt so good to be in bed. So I was like, okay, I did the
Yeah.
right thing. Try and get some rest tonight and um you know,
That's
and
good.
I actually felt pretty good this morning. But I haven't even touched the bags.
Yeah.
Basically what I did cuz I still have I have the bag sale and I have the sale after that. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the sale that I went to on Monday, or the thrift store that I went to on Monday, and then I have the bins. So I have 4 bunches of items over there by the. I'm going to show you. Can you see that? Over on the treadmill.
Oh,
Tense hate mothers.
wow.
So I have a lot of inventory. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that I really do need to go through it all and sort it and um but I do want to do a somewhat of a haul video sometime today.
Did you get like any free people or anything?
I didn't get free people. I got a lot of J Jill. I got a
Good.
lot of I probably got about 12 to 15 linen pieces. Linen sells great. If you can get 100%, it sells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I got a lot of like dresses but I was pretty picky about what I got.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of jeans. I got more skirts and shirts. Um, that's kind of what and dresses. That's kind of what I kind of focused on because they're lighter. I got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
swim. I got a lot of swimwear. I got a lot of fitness. Didn't find any Lululemon or anything like that. I did find a couple of pieces of LuLaRoe. Um, but when you do that, because if you look at how much a pair of jeans weigh, they're usually 1.3, 1.5 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's going to be a lot of your weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured if I went small, you know, I could get a lot more for a little bit. And it's 99 cents a pound. So, that's kind of
That makes
what
a lot of sense.
that's kind
Yeah.
of what I focused on. Get the lighter stuff and you can get a whole lot more. Um, so I was trying to focus on, you know, maybe getting like the half a pound stuff rather than the pound items.
Right.
So, but I would guess, if I had to guess how many pieces I got just from the bins, probably about 400.
Wow.
Probably about 400 pieces. Um, and I'm trying to think if there wasn't anything like crazy good. A lot of it was just um, a lot of Ann Taylor, a lot of or Ann Taylor Loft. Got a lot of J Jill. I'm trying to remember some of the brands that I got. And I just kind of basically when I do the bins, because everybody's looking at the top, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't go when the bins just come out. Like everybody's doing their thing, they go crazy. And then once they're done and then another bin opens up, they go over there. And so you've got more of, you can get over there and start digging. So basically everything's picked off of the top. I go and put my hands underneath, like at the bottom, and I go in and put my hands underneath and then pull the bottom stuff up to the top.
Oh,
And
that's a good
then
idea.
so then I get, the stuff that pretty much everybody went uh went over. I don't get the picked over stuff. I get the, and I
Mm-hmm.
do find some pretty good stuff from that. Um so what was that?
Joe was flaming on the floor.
Joe's playing in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh. So
He scared the crap out of himself just now.
I scared the crap out of myself.
Sorry about my car, guys. I need exhaust work done.
Oh, it's fine.
That's okay.
I figure I'd wait till spring though.
But I tell you, and the first buggy or the first cart that I had, it was over my head.
Oh
That's
my God.
that's usually my first cart. I usually always do that because I just keep stacking and stacking and stacking, and it was over my head. I was getting looks, you know. I mean, basically, all you have to do is make sure that it don't slide off, and
Hmm.
you take it over to the table and you put everything in bags,
Yeah.
So, but that's definitely one thing. I'm gonna order some more of the IKEA bags. Those things are great,
Yeah.
but it was fun. And then we went back and got some more stuff, and I didn't have
So
as high of a
did you
cart the second time, but
so you guys went one time and then did you go to lunch or something and then go back?
we just went outside. I wolfed down a sandwich and
Oh.
took some
Mhm.
Advil and got a drink, and because you can't have drinks on the floor.
Oh.
So basically, I mean, you're parched. You're completely parched when
Hmm.
And so,
Yeah, I saw Jessica saying, "I'm thirsty. Oh, I wish you'd hurry and finish in there."
and so it's you gotta take a break. Um,
Yeah.
but I think for 6 hours, I think we did pretty darn good.
Wow.
But yeah, I was hurting. So, but it was good, and I plan on going back next month. I'm just gonna find another day that's not gonna be that's gonna be pretty good weather, and
Hmm.
to me that's really important to go on a day that's you don't have it's not snowing, and I don't gotta go that bad,
Yeah.
you know. So
And you kind of have your bag sell to suffice you a little bit too.
it's true.
You know. You know.
It's true. And I know I can get good stuff there.
Yeah.
But if I just keep that same momentum going, of bag sale, regular sale, I can make it happen.
Yeah.
So, but this just means, on that treadmill, I probably have about 1,000 pieces, I would guess, of stuff. So
Hmm.
I need to get my butt in gear. So that's the plan.
Awesome. Frankie's Finds just sold us Christy Brinkley skincare to Australia.
Woo!
They're getting Christy Brinkley skincare and they're getting statues of
It's hot
Amazon
over there right now.
ladies.
It's like super, super hot over there.
Hmm.
Super hot. Like they're in the dead of summer right now.
Yeah.
I think Black Eyed Joe said that the other day it was 118.
Ooh.
It's hot. But he says
Yeah.
it's a dry heat. I think I'm moving to Australia.
Mm.
He said
Too
he
hot.
said it's a really dry heat. So that'd be perfect for me.
Yeah, but there's too many bugs, Valerie.
It'd be all right.
And they have kimono dragons, which have every known disease ever, and then some.
That's
You
okay.
get bit by one of them
And
things.
snakes.
They've got every insect and snake and bug and everything over there that. Oh no, thanks. I wouldn't mind visiting, but I would never live over there.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Oh my
I gotta
God, can you imagine?
Okay.
got a Seawall off to Australia.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah, Mother's mustache clothes on the treadmill. Yep, that's what it's good for.
Yeah.
That's kind of embarrassing, but the treadmill is not working right now. So if it was working, their clothes would not be on there. How's that?
My treadmill was always great for a clothes hanger.
Yeah.
It was always great for that.
Why that? I don't know why that is, but
I don't know either, but it is.
I had a rule that if it was working, I was going to use it, But
Mhm.
yeah, since it's not working, it's a good place to store stuff, so
Mhm.
works for me.
You can see if you can sell the parts on it.
Yeah, that might be not be a bad idea. I just don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. See if there's anything going.
Mm.
But
I sold a CPAP bag yesterday
you did.
for $32.
Woohoo! That's
I
awesome.
was super happy about that.
Scrap Lady says I spent $63 at the bins last week and sold 4 things and made my money back. The rest is profit.
Awesome.
That's the way you do it right there.
Yep.
Hi,
But
Swamp Picker.
I can't just go and
Hi, Swamp Picker.
get a little bit. I got to go and get all the things.
Right.
You can't just stop at $62.
Mm-mm.
Well, you
I gotta
drive
go.
a long ways to get to your bins, though. I mean, that's like me if I go down to, if I was to make a special trip to my bins, which is way, yeah, I would definitely have to load up because it wouldn't be worth it to just go down there and get a few pounds of stuff,
Right.
But I don't sell clothing. I sell hard goods, so it would force me to do clothing because mine really isn't that good for hard goods. Most of the crap is already broken by the time I get there. By the time I get to it. That's a lot of clothes though. I can't believe you got that much. Holy smoke.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah,
pounds?
but I mean, it's no different than me going to the auction and bringing home a big load.
Right. Right. I mean, you might get more. Your items are probably worth a lot more,
Yeah.
than the what I got, but
And I could probably spend less.
yeah.
How many
But
pounds did you get again, Valerie?
I got, what did I say? I think it was 100. Oh, sorry. 124 the first time. It was over 180 pounds.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a lot of clothes.
Yeah. So I did get a lot of stuff.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
You start from the top, work your way down.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
I
be
guess.
doing that today.
I mean, for me, it was like, it's like an hour and a half drive. Which is it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But I'm not real good at driving in, like heavy traffic and stuff like that. So I was a little, I'm definitely cautious and nervous and
Yeah.
everything. So I think it takes me a lot longer to get there than it takes me to get back home.
Yeah.
Because when I'm going home, I've got it on like, 75, 70, 75, 80. And then, but when I'm going there, I'm going like 65 and just putting along and,
Oh, yeah.
so
Hello, Greenville Twizzlers.
it's different.
Happy New
OJ
Year to you.
Now see, I'm totally the
Sorry.
opposite. Auction or something, I want to get there. I want to get there fast. It
Right.
drives me nuts on Saturdays because my husband will be dinking around in the morning and it's like, come on, the auction starts at 9 or starts at 10. Let's go, And he's dinking around. And then we finally go and he's like, well, I'm hungry. Let's stop for breakfast. I'm like, oh my God, let's go. Drives me nuts, And I'm hauling ass to get to the auction. And then when I'm on my way home, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of, Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Valerie?
I'm just typing it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love Patagonia. I
Oh,
if I see it anywhere, that's what I do grab it.
But like I said in my, those types of things, it's just like the North Face. The North Face used to be hot. I mean, it used to be like sizzling hot. And there's so much out there now that it's, the prices have just, bottomed out basically. And
Yeah.
Patagonia is pretty much the same thing. So, it's kind of a dying breed. So if you got it, you better sell it.
Yeah.
Because you may not get
I
as
remember
much
a few
for
years.
it.
I remember a few years ago, I sold a Patagonia hat for like $80.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's for some reason, I mean, it's been out. It's been a brand for several, plenty of years. But for some reason, people, I don't know if they're getting rid of their stuff more frequently or what, but it's almost, it's definitely saturated. And if you got it, get rid of it because
Yeah.
it may not
Well,
sell that, in 6 months, it may not sell for that.
it's been on Rake and Profit's list for years, so I'm sure it's
Yeah.
oversaturated.
And
I mean,
even
nothing against Rake and Profit. I'm just saying it's been on his list for years. So
yeah.
you
And
know,
like Miss Me jeans, they used to go for, you could get $100 for a pair of Miss Me jeans. Now you're lucky if you can get 25. It's just a dying breed or dying label. So I mean, and that's one of the good reasons about going, to the thrift stores and to the bins is, you get the stuff and you put it out, but you may not get as much as you did, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep putting that stuff out.
Last winter, there was somebody that walked into the store and she had a Patagonia pink fleece on. And I was like, oh, I love that. And, I love that brand. It's such an awesome brand. And she's like, yeah, I got this in the store. It was actually on the clearance rack. And she goes, normally they go for $299. And I'm like, oh my God, that is crazy. And she's like, yeah, she said, I got this for 129.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God, still $129, for a sweater. That's not, that's not even in my vocabulary,
Right.
So it's crazy the amount of money that people will spend just for a fleece.
We'll go outside if you want. You weirdo.
Yeah,
I could never imagine spending that much on a sweater.
I know. Hank says certain pieces will still hold value no matter what the brand.
Oh.
And I'm thinking maybe people are just not going into the store, stores like that.
Right.
Maybe they're, to purchase their Patagonia, maybe they're just doing it all online.
Maybe.
So maybe that's why, because that lady told me, she goes, there was so much stuff on the clearance rack. And I don't know if they have like, if they're in certain stores. I think they're sold in like probably Macy's and stuff like that.
Maybe, yeah.
But she said there's a lot of stuff on the clearance rack. So
yeah, Karen's at the beach says I think the younger generation like Patagonia because they are environmentally conscious. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and Hank, that's true too. Certain pieces will still hold the value, but no matter what the brand. That's very true. Um, so
Well,
I want to know what.
with the internet, things are a lot more readily available too, so which makes things not worth as much either.
right.
They don't make them hold their value because with everybody out here saying, "Oh yeah, you want to pick up Miss Me jeans," well, now everybody's picking up Miss Me jeans, and um, and so they're more readily available then because so many people are picking up Miss Me jeans and listing them.
Yeah.
So then they're like, "Well, I don't need to pay $100 for these Miss Me jeans because this person is selling them for 50, or whatever."
Yeah.
What the heck is bulletproof coffee? That's what I want to know.
That sounds pretty crazy.
Mm. I looked it up, but I'm seeing a couple of different things. Kind of like the butter coffee.
It sounds like it's very strong.
Have you ever heard of that? Like people putting butter in their coffee?
No.
No.
I heard of somebody putting butter in their beer, but never their coffee.
In their beer?
Well, this is an old timer story. When my uncle, who was born in 27, was a kid, they had a hired hand that was from Germany that lived on the farm, and he'd have my uncle take a schooner of beer, and he would rub butter around the inside of the glass so that when he took it to the bar, that they couldn't get him too much head on his beer. Anyway.
Wow.
And he was from Germany. I don't know if it's some old German thing or what, but that's the only thing I've ever heard of to put butter. I knew somebody that ate butter by the spoonful. I'm like, you're crazy. I don't know how you can do that.
I used to eat butter by the sticks. Just eat butter.
How do you do? I mean, because I like. Not get me wrong. I like butter. I like toast. But I mean, just eating it by the stick. I mean, it'd be like having tallow in your mouth. I mean, how do you get it out?
When I was a little kid, I couldn't get enough of butter. My mom used to yell at me all the time because I would just sit underneath the table and eat it by the sticks.
Well, at least you hid your sin. You're eating butter.
And I was skinny then.
No, and I like butter. I like butter on stuff, but I could not just eat singly just butter. No.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom used to yell at me, "Nikki, that's just terrible for you. Quit eating all the butter." And yeah, I just sit there with a stick of butter and just eat it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, try a large sandwich with sugar sprinkled on it. Mmm.
I used to eat butter sandwiches with sugar on them.
Yeah. No, I don't like butter on a sandwich. Like if you made a lunch meat sandwich and instead of using mayonnaise, you use butter, I'd be like, get this away.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, this lady told us that when she was a kid, it was a treat. They'd spread lard on a piece of bread, sprinkle sugar and cinnamon on it. That was a big treat for the kids.
And my uncle, a depression kid, again, they ate lard sandwiches.
Oh my gosh.
My husband said that when his grandma would make bacon or whatever, she'd take a piece of bread and just dip it in
not old
bacon
bread heels and bacon grease.
And I was like, no wonder she died of a massive heart attack.
I
was like, holy crap.
That is crazy.
Oh, Valerie, I just thought of something. This is kind of out of subject, but Steven Scroggins.
She just said she'll be right back.
Oh, I'll wait then.
Val says Nikki's low carb food favorite is a stick of butter.
It's the butter. All you eat is butter and you lose weight.
Yeah. That was crazy. I can't even believe I ate that much butter as a kid. I mean, I like butter. Like I love like butter lovers, popcorn. I probably put more butter on things than most people do, but But yeah, now I could never just go and eat a stick of butter anymore. Ugh.
Yeah.
OJ says that he's going into shoes big time this year, and he's been browsing some high-end shoe boutiques in the area. He says, "Wow, do you know some people must be paying $200 to $800 on a pair of shoes?
Wow.
That is pretty crazy."
I don't
If I go to
talk.
a thrift store, if I see decent brands of shoes, I try to pick them up. Or if I think, oh, that it looks like it could be a decent brand, it's in good shape. Because I mean, they charge me like $2 for a pair of shoe at my thrift store, so I'll usually pick them up, unless they're like some super small size. But I'll just pick them up. Like I got a pair of Dance Goes new in the box at a thrift store. I think I paid $6 for them, and I sold them for $80.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, people probably do come to eBay to look for that kind of stuff because I think that shoe retails like $150. I think. I'm not exactly sure, but
I don't think which is I can't tell which is cuter. That Mike was so in love with his little pet raccoon or that her name was Emily. I think that is so cute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, raccoons are cute because they eat with their hands.
I mean, to see a guy just so in love with an animal, I just think that is so cute because guys are supposed to be so tough and, whatever, stereotypical,
Yeah, that.
But, and to see them just love their animals so much. I mean, I always think it's cute. Like when the other day I saw this guy in a pickup truck and he had this one of those little fluffy dogs, like a Pomeranian or something, just a little tiny one. And he's sitting there feeding it, just spending so much time with this dog, and I just thought it was just so cute because
like when
guys just
like when Jim's feeding Mabel a bunch of real nice caramel candies because she loves them.
Yeah. Well, and that's cute too, like when you guys are talking and he's like, "Oh, Mabel, I just love Mabel," or he's just, it's just so cute listening to him talk about how much he loves this dog, and then to see Mike, he loved that raccoon so much, and then her name was Emily. I mean, that is just too cute. I'm sorry.
I wonder what state he was in that he got to keep her. Because I know, like here in Wisconsin, if they catch you,
We could get a.
or maybe you get a special permit or an animal farm thing. Yeah, because if they catch you raising one, I mean, they make a stink about it, want to take it away from you.
If it's not a domestic animal, it's property of the state in Wisconsin. It's like the deer belongs to the state of Wisconsin. A squirrel belongs to the state of Wisconsin. You're not allowed to take it.
Yeah.
All animals that are not domesticated are property of the state.
Dance Goes are on the Vero list. I've sold like 3 or 4 pairs, and I've never got caught with them.
Oh, really?
I've sold those a lot.
Karen on the beach said they're on the Vero list.
Huh.
I've sold like 3 or 4 pairs. I've never gotten knock on wood. No, I've sold used ones.
No, that means if they're new, that don't apply if they're.
I think those ones I just sold the box I listed as new. New in the box.
Well, then you probably get notice in a month or whatever. Hey, you can't sell those. We get that all the time. We'll sell something. 2 months later, we'll get a notice from eBay. Hey, you're not supposed to sell that. Oh, okay, my bad. I sold it 2 months ago. Okay.
I seen Grinville Treasures was in here earlier. I haven't seen them in forever. Hi.
Yeah,
he's here. Sorry. Yeah, he had to have a permit, he said.
It's really sad, too, because you'll have folks will have them without a permit, and then when the DNR comes and takes it away, a neighbor or somebody will report them. Well, when they take them away, unless they can find like a petting zoo or find some place they can use it for educational purposes, they're going to destroy it because they can't release it into the wild because it's been domesticated.
Mm.
That kind of sucks. So get a permit.
Yeah, because they've busted people with squirrels up here.
Yeah, you get some jerky neighbor gets mad at you and they'll turn you in for it because everybody knows you're not supposed to do it.
Right.
Julie said she's feeding her raccoons right now on the back porch.
That's crazy.
Well, don't end up like Grey Gardens where you feed them in your attic. Have you ever seen that movie? It's a documentary from like 1973.
Uh-uh.
So about these two women. They were like, they're related to Jackie Onassis. She'd be like their cousin, but they were wealthy, but they live in this mansion, but now they don't have any money.
Like up in Cape Cod or whatever.
Yeah, it's in like Massachusetts on Cape Cod. They don't have any money, so they can't take care of it. So you have Big Edie and Little Edie, and Little Edie she's kind of crazy, and they have like, I don't know, 3,000 cats in the house, and then all these raccoons have busted in. So she goes in the attic with loaves of bread and cat food and just feeding all these raccoons and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually a really good thing if you've never seen it. And then they remade the movie with Drew Barrymore. Actually, it's a really good. It's funny to watch.
They're hoarders. I mean, the whole place is full of junk, but they basically abandoned the upper level of this mansion. And I mean, it's a mansion. It's huge. So they go upstairs. Raccoons are now
and the
now
cats.
completely cats have completely taken over the upper level of this house.
Oh
I mean, it's something.
She'll have like expensive oil paintings that she's got like not hanging on the wall, but leaned up against the wall on the floor, and the cat will be like peeing or pooping behind it.
Oh,
I mean, you know what I mean?
Ish.
The documentary guy says, he goes, well, did you know that it's doing that? And she goes, yeah, well, at least somebody's getting use out of it.
Yeah, something like that. At least he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Ish.
Pictures, the newspaper clippings of when Jackie Onassis was there helping them clean up the house. They've got her in rubber gloves trying to help them clean up their house. The newspaper, it was in the local paper that she was there to help clean up the estate, but it didn't take. Jackie left and it went back into disrepair.
If you like that kind of stuff, it is a really good one to watch.
Even the remake, the documentary is real, but they redid a dramatized version with
Drew Barrymore.
Even that one's good too. With the original Grey Garden's getting hard to come by, but the one with Drew Barrymore is pretty easy to get. Yeah, it's totally if you're into reselling where you got like death piles and stuff.
But they were hoarding like empty cat food cans and stuff.
Oh yeah. Or art, or nice clothes and piles. Yeah. It's not all cat food cans.
Good morning, my dear peers.
Good morning.
He's being our cheerleader this morning.
Yay!
And
we can always use cheerleaders. Always.
I'm not Mr. Jingles. I'm Mr. Jiggles.
Oh, okay. I keep calling you Mr. Jingles.
Mr. Jingles from the Green Mile.
Was that the little mouse that they killed?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, that was so sad.
I know.
I won't watch it again.
But he came back. It came back to life.
I know, but I didn't like the squishing part.
I know that was the bad part.
I kind of liked it.
Okay, well,
you're kind of sadistic that way. I kind of liked it. Nice, Sally. Yeah, weirdo.
I should turn it on for Mabel. She loves seeing mice get it.
Oh my gosh.
Mabel's a good mouser.
Ansley says, for some reason, rich hoarders are more interesting to me than poor ones.
That's because they probably hoard up gold and stuff like that.
There's less hyper.
So you'll find some cat food can with like a tiara in it or buy it or something.
Yeah, there's not as many hypodermic needles later.
So where's Jessica this morning? I wanted to hear about your Ben adventure.
I don't know where she's at. I have no idea where she's at.
I know, but I wanted to hear two-sided story.
She wasn't here.
Oh.
That's right.
She said that I better buy a litter box because there's something coming that needs a litter box.
Uh-oh.
A pain in the butt and just taking care of her kids and not paying attention to us.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Damn that. Care of her family instead of paying attention to us.
Yeah.
You know that we're more important.
Yeah. Just put your kids in the corner and tie them up, and then you come on the show with us.
Valerie, you looked like the Grinch taking the pile of Christmas stuff to the top of Mount Trump.
What? I don't know if if I need to say thank you or
The treadmill is your sleigh.
Yeah, Jessica's got you on tape. You're walking across the parking lot. You can't even see Valerie. It's just this mound of bags.
You should have had a little deer antler to one of the dog's heads and had them help you pull the cart.
I wish there would have been a dog pulling the cart. Oh my gosh.
And then Jessica must have been hit like 10 times. Are you done with your cart? She's like, no.
No, I'm going back in. At least she didn't have anybody rude.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting more aggressive.
I thought she might have to fight somebody for the keeper cart. You know, I thought you
That's
might
what
have
I was thinking.
in the parking lot. Somebody tries to shank you for the cart.
Yeah.
Shake. Thank you.
They're weird about those cars. I mean, they want them.
Mm-hmm.
They want them.
Down at ours, you know, I've had to follow people up to their cars, you know, but I'd ask them on their way out, are you going to be done with your cart? And they'll be like, yeah, if you want to follow me out to my car, you know, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, perfect, you know. But some people will just follow you out to your car.
Right.
They won't ask you. And then if you tell them, well, no, I'm going back in, they're like, well, I just followed you all the way out here.
Right.
Like, that's not my fault.
No.
That you're the stupid one. You know, you didn't ask.
You should get T-shirts made when you go to the Benz that say, I'm keeping my cart.
When they call you back to your van, and when they start going for your cart, then you just grab them and throw them in the van too.
Yeah.
Just extra money.
Yeah. I had what was it? One lady. Oh, she came up to me. She goes, "Are you going to be done with your car?" And I said, "Well, you can come out and get it when I'm done with it. When I, put everything in the car." And I thought, that's probably not a very good idea because, when somebody tries to like mug you or something like that. So
yeah, that'd be a little weird.
I thought
that's probably not the best response.
The lady that I followed out, she was an antique dealer, and she had some big heavy stuff. And I helped her take her stuff out of her cart. She goes, "Oh, that's so nice of you to help me." She says, "You probably want me to hurry up, ha ha ha." And I was like, "No, I just thought I'd, you had some pretty big stuff here. I thought I'd help you out."
Yeah.
Now give me your damn cart, lady.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah, hurry the hell up. I'm trying to go shopping.
Well, let me clog you on the head and take some of your big stuff here.
Yeah.
That's some nice stuff.
You got some nice stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to clog you on the head now.
You must have some wealthy relatives that would pay a ransom.
Actually, I might have to go down to Milwaukee next week, and I've never been to the Benz. If I go, I might go try to check out the Ben in Appleton on my way back or something.
It's a
that's good.
bin, not a Ben.
Ben?
No, Big Ben is a clock. Okay.
I said Ben.
Okay. Ben.
I'm going to kick you in the rump.
Yeah. It was a good trip.
39 people, only 9 thumbs up.
And it was good, of course, to, meet Jessica in person and hang out. Oh, I mean, we didn't hang out very much because she was looking for something completely, different than what I was. So, I mean, we just kind of.
First time you've ever met her?
Yeah, that's the first time ever in person.
Oh, I thought you'd met her before. Huh?
No, I thought you guys hung out before.
That was it. And yeah, it was great. I had a good time.
I'm gonna go over to Iron Eagle or wherever the hell Jim and Tara live. I'm gonna go hone in on their
Eagle River. Yeah, we live in Iron Eagle.
Eagle River. Thank you. Iron Eagle. That's a movie.
You know what else is here, Nikki? It's called the AMSOIL World Championship Snowmobile Derby. You might have heard of it since Gary works for this company called AMSOIL. It's a very small.
I might be able to get a ticket. Maybe I'll get a ticket. When is that at?
It starts this weekend's the vintage and next weekend's the regular one. I think it's next weekend.
Huh. So Gary, get us some tickets.
There you go.
Get us 4 tickets. I'll take Tara and Jim to the.
Oh yeah.
No,
we don't do that anymore.
It's too freaking cold.
It's too cold. You stand on a.
They're like, no, that's okay.
That's cool.
Fine.
It's something that's warmer.
Like the hot cocoa drinking contest or something.
Yeah, if you want, I mean, okay, if you want to stand out on a snowbank with a bunch of drunks, sure. But it gets cold out there.
Valerie says, my brother-in-law sells AMSOIL. We use that in all of our vehicles. Cool.
Yeah, they
Can't get any
sponsor
better.
us.
Yeah,
Oh,
I run AMSOIL on mine.
okay, wait, though. Jim has a complaint about AMSOIL.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, you ready for it, Nikki? So you can take it back to the company?
So if you see somebody come on your show, on your thing, that's their name is FU AMSOIL, they're not a troll. Anyway, no, it's not that bad. But the AMSOIL, the mouth on the jar, on the bottle, when you go to pour it into your car, the mouth is it's got like this big mouth opening where you can't, like, you know how you take a regular oil thing and you stick it in the hole and you walk away while it drains into the you can't do that with an AMSOIL. You got to stand there and pour it because the mouth is too big to stick in the oil hole.
There's a reason for that. I don't remember what it is, but there's a reason for that.
Well, there you go. There's your mission. Find out what the reason is.
I'm texting Gary right now. Why is the mouth on your bottle so big?
Yeah, what was it so they can sell me first?
Be like, what?
It's like the bags of milk. I'll tell you the special picture.
Oh, yeah. It's like a big mouth Mickey's bottle. I never understood that either. I mean, I could drink my malt liquor out of a regular size neck bottle.
But it's nice that you don't have to sit there and wait forever for the oil to get in there either.
No, why you
gotta sit there and hold it.
Huh?
I mean, all the synthetic oil pours fast, but the other synthetics, they have the smaller thing, so I can stick it in the hole.
Jim likes to just stick it in the hole and leave it there. He doesn't hold on to it.
Yeah.
Casey's got to do other stuff with his hands.
Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah. That's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Do some origami.
Hank said, I always picture Jim with all his assorted picket signs for protesting. FU Quick Stop. That's Quick Trip. FU AMSOIL. Justice for Mr. Jiggles. Yeah. It's all a conspiracy, Jim.
Well, Dixie Chicks were in France, and there was that whole protest against the Dixie Chicks, and everybody started wearing those FUDC for FU Dixie shirts, so that's where it started.
Kristen Morgan says, what the heck did I walk into here?
The other
Sometimes
Jason
you have
says,
to walk
"Not
lightly
everybody is like
because
you, Jim."
you just never know what you're going to walk into.
The other Jason's like, not everybody's like you, Jim, and wants to stick it in the hole and leave it there.
Well, I'm a multitasker. Well, when you put in the oil, you know, you can go around to the side of the car where the gas is going in, you know, so you can watch the gas nozzle, make sure you don't spray gas all over, and I don't know. Check your trailer, make sure its straps are tight.
But if anybody watching doesn't know about
Oil's going
AMSOIL,
on.
AMSOIL is the best you can use. It's the best.
The best you can use. Okay.
Yes.
I can't get that here, so
Aside
So, you
from
know.
a white Coke bottle, I have no
must-
complaints.
it must be a Minnesota thing.
You should buy all AMSOIL. AMSOIL is the best. That's why I'm like, I told my husband's like, God, your door squeaks. I'm like, you're the one that works in a lubrication company. Why is my door squeaking? I'm going to go to your competitor and get some WD-40.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Tina. Hope you're doing
Well, that
good
was when
today.
my husband's truck, when his diesel gelled up, he got
Yeah.
some of this really good anti-gel stuff from AMSOIL. Well, anyways, he told the guy, he was talking to the guy who is like the leader of all that department and the diesel department, and he's like, did you make a video? And Gary's like, what? He's like, AMSOIL would have paid you for that video. I was like, see, I keep trying to tell him to YouTube videos.
Yeah.
He's like, oh God, I should have never told you.
Now,
Well,
wouldn't you be amazed if he, when you said, did you make a video on it? Wouldn't you be amazed if he said, yeah, I did actually?
Yeah, but Nikki, you could
That-
record it for him. You know, you could have him doing the work and then you just record it, because there's like this husband wife
I told him.
that do fixing cars, and then she'll like say some stuff in the background or whatever while he's working on the car or whatever. But actually, they're pretty good together.
They have a woman in a bikini. I mean, you know, I mean, it's your preference, but they have a woman in a bikini that does. She'll do like she works on outboard motors, or sometimes she'll do cars and stuff like that. And he'll, you know, the guy told her what to do, and then she just goes through the process of doing it. You know, she'll like, but she's in a bikini. I mean, that's the draw. You know, it's the guys will watch the bikini clad girl change the lower unit oil in a big outboard or something like that. So
yeah.
So Gary could be running the camera, telling you what to do, and you can do the stuff, and then he won't. Well, then Gary won't have to be on camera.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, you know, you could, you know, write all this stuff down, and I could do it. I don't mind being on camera.
There's another video in car repair where this guy has these two kids. They're probably like, I don't know, I would say they're both under 13. These two young boys, and they're like talking, okay, this is how we overhaul the transmission. First we do this, that, you know, there's all these technical stuff. Well, you know, the guy has told them it's scripted. He told them what to say. You know, these kids don't know all this stuff, but it's kind of cute watching these two little kids tell you how to fix the vehicle. And they're real complex repairs. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, Gary.
So what was the best you got yesterday, Valerie?
What's that?
What was the best thing you got yesterday? The best, like,
thing
oh my
I
God, I
got.
can't believe I found this.
I don't think I found anything like that. I didn't find like a oh my God thing. Yeah, I didn't. It was just a lot of bread and butter, really.
Oh, okay.
Which is a shame, you know, but I mean, I just didn't, I don't think I found anything like that.
Well, that happens. You know, we can't always hit home runs.
Yeah. Oh my God, you want to hear about the cool thing I found yesterday at the thrift store, which Jessica Mama J says I don't thrift, which I do. I found it's Knicks. I don't know how the hell I'm going to ship it. Most people list them for local pickup. It's the store display that's in the Knicks case with the motor, and then it's a double thing Ferris wheel, but it's got to be like, I don't know, 3 foot high. It was $10. I'm like, well, how can I not buy it?
Yeah.
I don't know how. What exactly? If my kids list it, we'll have to see. But anyway, it was pretty cool. And I sold the beaver fur jacket that I also bought at the thrift store a couple days ago.
Very nice.
So I do definitely peruse thrift stores.
I did find I found it was a Ralph Lauren. It was a long like the I want to say it was wool, but it was like a jacket, but it was really long. But I had bought one of those before and it didn't really do very well. I think I got $25 out of it, and I had it for like $100, and I kept dropping the price. It didn't do well. And then Jessica was like behind me, and she's like, "Oh my God, did you see this?" And I said, "Yeah, I seen it." I said, "You know, it just for me, it just didn't do well." And she was like, "Oh my God!" And then she started looking at it, had a big hole in it and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it would have been a nice jacket, but it's just not. It's not something that, to me, that I can sell well.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it was a lot.
It's hard to explain away damage on something.
Yeah. So, you know, but I found a lot of J. Jill, a lot of good brands, good stuff. But was there anything that I could make $100 on? No. And that's why I got 400 pieces, because I can make good money on, piecework. I just can't make good money on just one piece.
So out of curiosity, when you go to this bin, is there other stuff there too, like kids' toys, video games?
Yeah, there's totally hard goods.
Oh yeah.
So there's There's electronics. There's kids' toys. There's a lot of kids' toys. There's a lot of books. A lot of kids' books. They've probably got just as many bins for hard goods as they do clothing.
Oh, okay.
So at my bins. Now a lot of the bins are different. Sometimes they have more shoes than they have clothing, and sometimes they have more of other stuff, but for the most part I would say it's probably pretty equal.
Cool.
So Mike, a hot woman fixing my Jeep and I'm in love. I'm easy, I guess. But
when I was single, my fantasy was to have a girl come to my house and clean behind my toilet.
Oh, gross.
That's my fantasy girl.
Yeah, I'm sure some random girl, some young girl. Oh wow, you know what I really want to do is come clean behind your toilet.
Well, wouldn't that be great?
It would never happen.
I know.
You're like rich or something.
You say I don't do windows, I don't do diapers, and I don't clean behind your toilet.
Yeah, I clean behind our toilets. So.
Oh my gosh. Karen's at the beach says, Jim, love your honesty. Right?
Well, he's never. I will say he's not a liar. If it comes out of his mouth, it's usually true.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. I missed it. I missed I missed going. And so that's something that I want to do. Like on a monthly basis, I want to go. I want to start going every month.
So did you have to fight anybody for something? Like you had your hand on her and another, and you had to like throw down?
Actually, there was one lady that really pissed me off. And basically, when I get those clothes from the bottom and pull them up to the top, I try to make myself a little hole, like a little area, and it doesn't have anything in it. And basically, I can kind of pull stuff from each side and in front of me. And I kind of I work better like that. It kind of gives me a little room. So I'm, going through it. And I had this one lady, and she came over to me. She went over to the pile that I was working on, and she pulled it to her. And that just, oh man, I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Did you just
Are you kidding me? Did you just do that? Oh my God. So what I did was I went over in front of her and I pulled them back. And she kind of looked at me. She was Spanish, Mexican descent. And not to say she couldn't speak English, she probably could. But she just kind of gave me the look like, oh, are you serious? Did you just do that? And I was like, good job, Valerie. You did good. And she didn't do it again. She actually got her cart and went somewhere else. So I was like, okay. I held my ground. So that was good.
Did you give her the stink eye and away she goes?
Man, I was just like, are you serious? But that was it. I don't get into when they put the new bins out. I don't get in there and throw elbows and stuff. I'm not about that. So I just let them, they go and they dive in and they're, thrashing around and everything. I just don't get involved in that.
You gotta fight for your right to binge up.
Okay.
Todd the Beastie Boy.
Gary must be busy working because he hasn't answered me back yet. Or he's totally confused why I'm asking.
What?
I I said, Gary must be busy working. I said, he didn't answer my question about the big mouth bottles.
Oh.
Or he's totally
OJ.
confused at why I'm asking.
OJ says, Valerie, do you check each piece for damage, or is there really not time for that? I do a quick skim of the item and just kind of look it over real quick, and then and I would say probably out of that 400 pieces, there's probably going to be about 25 that are bad. There's going to be a hole or something. So but that's not too awful. Or a stain that I didn't see or something like that.
You gotta be kind of quick there.
Yeah, because you have, literally, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably 8 on that one, and then against the wall, there's probably 20 just clothing bins, probably 20 of those.
Yeah.
So it's a nice big space. But most of I've been to the Kansas City ones, and I've also been to the Sacramento ones, and then they're pretty good sized places. So they're not like bunched together and stuff like that. So what? Karen's at the beach says people at Ben's take entire armfuls of clothing, tie these bags around their waist. I'm like, Valerie, I don't push and shove like everyone else, and I still find good stuff, but you don't go a lot. Yeah, it's not really bad.
I remember this one time I went down to the Twin Cities and to the bin, and there was this. I was standing at the bin, and it was like my first time there. I didn't know that you couldn't touch the bins until they told you. Well, I saw this big, gorgeous blue bowl, and it had all the bowls to match it. It was just beautiful. And it was a white bowl with blue flowers, and it was just so beautiful. And it had all the matching bowls that went with it. And I walked up to the bin and I went and grabbed it. And somebody says, "Oh, wait, you gotta wait. You can't go into the bin yet." And I said, "Oh," and they said, "You have to wait until they tell you to go." I said, "Oh, okay." And there was this. I don't want to sound prejudiced because I'm the least prejudicial person you'd ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this huge black woman standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was looking at me with fire in her eyes. And she goes, "Don't you even fucking dare."
Oh.
I was like, you can have it. I don't need that bowl that bad. I was like, and it wasn't because she was black. She was huge. Huge, And I was like, you can have it.
I look at it this way: when they're really big like that, I figure I could grab it, and I'm not in good shape, but I could probably outrun them fast enough.
But I was down, and I get a little intimidated when I go to the big city. I'm not a big city person, so I get a little intimidated. So yeah, I was just like, you can have it. I don't need it that
all
bad.
yours.
It was. I have never seen such a bowl so pretty, and it was so pretty, and I love blues, and the blue coloring of these flowers was just so gorgeous. I can't even tell you. And yeah, I really wanted it, but yeah, I was like, no, you can have it. Yeah.
Well,
Nikki, OJ says you're not a racist, you're just a sizist.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even know why I even said black woman because, that doesn't even matter. I've got plenty of black friends and,
so when you can't touch the
no
bed,
different.
I got to ask you this. So when you can't touch it when it first comes out and they dump it out on a table, can you stand right next to the table, or are you like lined up?
You have to stand off. So you can't stand next to it. And then they'll tell you, okay, you can go.
Yeah.
And then everybody just
on the bowl,
stampedes towards it.
Well, who was the bowl closer to, Nikki? You or her?
That was kind of in the middle.
I'd have taken it anyway. Just
I should have. And my husband
if
says
somebody
you should
said
have
that
gotten
to
it.
me, even if I didn't want it, I'd take it anyway just to be a shithead.
Well, really and truly, I mean, she was there first. So obviously she saw it first, you know.
Why was there a line?
No, but I mean, she was there before I was. She was standing there at the bin.
Who cares?
So.
No, that's why you don't tell anybody what you want. Shouldn't have touched it first.
Well, I didn't know. I thought I could just walk up and grab it. I was like, why ain't nobody grabbing this bowl? This is gorgeous, you know? And like I said, it had all the bowls with it too. I mean, it was a big bowl, and then they went down in size, you know? I mean, it was just, it was so pretty. But oh well.
You know what I would have did? I'd have let her have the big bowl, and then I would have taken like 2 of the small bowls just to screw up her set.
Well, they were all taped together.
Oh, okay. Because I saw my mom do that once. They have this thing called the Youth Days auction, and somebody was like in her way and being real like blocking her, not letting her get by. And they're like picking out these soup cup mugs. You know what I'm talking about? So my mom took one of them out of the set. So the lady only had like a set of 3 or 5 or whatever it was. And she's like, "Well, I'm buying that set." And my mom's like, "Yeah, I know. I only want one."
Scrap Lady 530 says, at our bins, we can stand right next to the bins. They cover them with sheets, and then when they pull the sheets off, everybody grabs.
We can stand right next to the bins, but you can't be touching them. What?
Jim said that about the sheet. He said, I've been to one of those parties, like it's covered with a sheet, and then they take the sheet off.
I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, it was in college.
I don't know if I would be good in an environment like that. It seems like there's too many rules.
Well, I don't like people bumping into me, but like I said, we were talking, we may go to Milwaukee here in the next week and a half. I might try to stop at one just to do it, just to say I did
it. Hank says, geez, Nikki, you're describing a strip club. Get real close and look, but you can't touch.
Don't touch anything. Make sure you keep your hands at your sides now.
Yeah.
And somebody very large tells you, yeah, you can't touch that,
And they probably use the F-bomb explicitive one.
No, they don't swear. Oh. When the bouncer comes and talks to you, you don't swear. You don't have to because he's about 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's already intimidating. He doesn't need to use cuss words.
Dead eyes, dead eyes.
Yeah.
Jim got thrown out of a strip club. He was drunk.
Which time?
And he stuffed his dirty old tube sock in the girl's G-string. Instead of a tip, he put his dirty old sock in her.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
They opened the door with his head when they threw him out, I guess.
Yeah, he had me by the belt loop, by the belt, and the back of the collar of the thing, and he just swung me like a pendulum and banged the doors open with my head. I landed in the parking lot. I'm wearing shorts and a T-shirt. Now my T-shirt's ripped, and I'm all cut up from gravel and stuff. So I go sit on the bus because we came there with a bachelor party, and then so we're there with like 40 guys. Well, all my crew leaves when I get thrown out. They're like, yeah, screw this place, and they all leave. Well, now the owner of the club is out in the parking lot begging us to come back in because we're like, this is like 4 p.m. We're his only business. He's like, no, come back in. It's okay. Your friend can come back in. They're like, no, screw you.
Why did you give her a tube sock?
She was the one that looked like a zebra when they turned on the black lights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was young, more critical. So I'm like, yeah, why am I paying to see this? So I put my dirty sock.
How long did it take her to know you had
a long time? Then finally she reaches down, she's like, what the F is this? She's like, who did that? So these guys are laughing, they're pointing at me laughing.
Well, and you were the person with one sock.
Yeah, I was the person with one sock. And to tell you how to date when this happened, I was wearing a brand new pair of kangaroo high tops. That tells you how long ago this was. Anyway, it was hilarious. Yeah, so then these 2 large African-American fellas both of them look like Mr. Clean. Huge. They look like the guy from the Green Mile, both of them. And the one of them grabs you like that by the back of the neck and the pants, and he just tosses me right out the door. I learned something that day.
It's also where his pregnant wife got punched in the face.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that wasn't at that.
But the same day.
Same bachelor party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
One
my
of the
god.
the bachelorette party, one of the girls was pregnant and they were drinking a beer and she said something and the girl punched her right in the face.
She goes, "You shouldn't be drinking if you're pregnant." She took one look at my wife and just punched her right in the face. So then she comes to me. She's like, "Well, you need to do something." I'm like, "What do you think I'm gonna do?" Because the woman's pregnant. What do you think I'm gonna do?
It's a woman.
Rough up a pregnant woman? I can't. I said, "You should have never said nothing."
Yeah, sometimes there's one thing I've learned as a female. When the girl's way bigger than you, just let it go. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, and I already had a bad experience that day with somebody else who was bigger than me, so I didn't want to do it again.
Turtle Trader says, "I bet Tara has moves like hockey players."
Yeah, only because shit house.
The last time I was at the bins, my daughter was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" You know, she was just like freaking out because of all the weirdos there, you know, and not so clean people, and all of a sudden,
Has your daughter ever been to an auction? I mean, a lot of auctions you go to have those two big weirdos and people that aren't so clean. And I don't care where you live.
anyways, all of a sudden we walk around this bin, and there's this lady sitting right in the middle of the floor changing her baby right there. Had the baby just spread right out on the floor, the dirty, nasty floor, and she's changing her baby diaper. It's like disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, at least they like last summer when I'm at the public beach and they're changing the diaper on the beach and then dunking his little poopy butt right in the water to rinse him off. I'm like, am I seeing this?
Swimming.
Yeah, where kids are swimming, that's called fecal contamination. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I'm like, I'm not going in that water. No freaking way.
I mean, with as much water, with it being dispersed with as much water, it's not.
I don't care.
Anything.
Hey, I'm not taking.
But it's just the thought of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. It's poop.
But it's pretty concentrated when kids are swimming like 8 feet away.
Yeah. And you probably got out of 8 kids, every 5 of them pee in the water. So I mean, yeah.
Like every third year, they wind up closing that beach for, I think it's crypto or something. What is that?
Cryptosporidium?
Something in the water. Yeah, they wind up closing because they do a bacterial count, and the bacteria is too high.
They always say it's like duck itch or something.
We call it Pea Beach.
Yeah.
It's because all the houses around there dump into the lake.
None of the locals go to it. All the locals go to this other beach. It's on the chain. This is the city. It's a lake in the city that none of the locals go to. It's all the tourists go there because they don't know any better.
Yeah, it'd be like Caddyshack where, you know, they have the candy bar in the pool and they all think it's a turd.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we call it. I'm like, oh, Brandon's like, can we go swimming at Silver Lake? I'm like, no, I don't want to go to P Beach. Pick somewhere else.
That's what they call it. It's called it's actually it should be called Golden Lake.
Yeah, we call it P Beach.
Well, there is a certain time of the summer that you're not supposed to swim in the lakes because of duck life.
Yeah, whatever.
You swim in rivers.
It's because you got a bunch of kids in there peeing, and when you're rinsing babies' poopy diaper butt bottoms in there, you're gonna have fecal contamination.
Just take it back to the minivan with the duct tape plastic window and get the baby wipes and fix it. Just saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's lots of people that don't.
I like swimming in lakes.
There's lots of people that don't take care of their kids at the bins. It's so annoying. It's like, this is not a place for kids.
I don't my kid at the thrift store. I just let him run wild.
Our kid's pretty good
though. You would, Tara. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's nothing wrong. Your kid's like 10.
I even did
I'm talking little kids that are annoying.
Have you ever gone to like the toy aisle of a Goodwill where there's like 6 unsupervised kids? I mean, and the whole aisle's like
destroyed.
It's like 2 feet deep in toys in the aisleway. Oh my god! Skip this. You kids can have it.
I think like that says, "I am dying laughing over here, Tara. Fecal contamination." I love how you use the proper wording.
I know that's from horses. I've said that word a lot.
Mm.
Because I used to breed horses anyway. So sometimes you have like problems in that area. I'll just use that.
Yeah.
So that's a broad word that covers a lot of different problems.
You get a horse that went the wrong direction, and it's a big problem. Okay, go.
And we all know how your dogs are fecal contaminated.
Oh, well, they do eat horse poop, yeah.
I know one time I saw my dog eating pig poop, and I was like, all of a sudden I see him grabbing it, and I said, drop it. And he looks at me, and he slowly opens his mouth and drops it.
I say that every morning because my chocolate lab, she's got kind of big floppy lips, so she can like hide a piece of horse poop in her mouth, and you don't think she has a piece of horse poop, which I've had that happen to me more times than I care to. So anyway, I'll say, hey, drop it, and then she spits it out. But like from the barn, which is probably like, I don't know, like let's say a 400-foot walk up here to the house, it's like all the pathway, the trail is like horse apples all the way up to the house. I try to make them drop them down there because I got like this trail of horse all the way up to the house from them, grabbing them, carrying them.
We got 47 people watching, Valerie.
Woohoo!
Only 21 thumbs up, though.
I don't know what that's all about. They must not like me very much. They must not like us for some reason.
Did you give it a thumbs up, Nikki?
Huh?
Did you thumbs it up?
I did earlier.
All right.
Everybody on the panel, remember to Oh boy.
I always, you know, the biggest reason why I say that is because I like saying that is because every time I say it, all of a sudden you see these thumbs up go tunk, tunk, tunk. You can sit and watch
Oh,
the
yes,
number
now
go
we're
up.
up to 24. We gain another 3. And horse apples are what you call mother's mustache. It's because when they poop, it's like little balls of poop that come out, and it's like even like the forks you buy to pick it. They call them apple pickers. It's not because you pick apples. It's horse poop.
Huh.
Anyway,
That's
there's a bit of useless knowledge.
yeah, there you go. I didn't know that. I thought
That's why they call a cow patty because it comes out shaped like a patty.
Right.
Oh my god. So you guys never heard the horse apple pie joke?
Apparently not.
Oh my god. It's a quick one. Okay, this guy goes out west, you know, he's in one of these wagon trains or whatever with the cowboys and stuff, and they're got, you know, on one of these things where they're driving cattle or whatever, and he sit down to eat, and the guy takes a bite of his food, and he's a new guy. He goes, oh, this tastes horrible. And the cook is like, all right, yeah. And he's like, why is the cook so happy? And the guy next to him goes, well, you made a mistake. He goes, if you complain about the cooking, you replace the cook. He's like, oh, no, I don't want to cook. He goes, oh, you complained about the food. So he's feeding these guys for a couple of weeks. He's like, yeah, this is terrible. And no matter, he tried to make the food as awful as he could. Nobody complained. So finally, he finds some horse apples, and he bakes them in a pie, and he makes horse apple pie. So after they eat, you know, for dessert, he serves them this pie. And this one big guy takes a forkful, and he like bites it, and he goes, oh, this tastes like horse shit. And he looks around, and the other guys look at me and goes, but it's good.
Anyway. Your sister, Jim, Liz, said, who could stop themselves from giving a thumbs up after the horse apple story?
Oh, horse apples. Hi, Elizabeth.
It all reverts back to poo.
Oh, gosh.
We got to talk about poop at least once in this show.
Absolutely. It's a prerequisite.
You guys would think we were not even right.
Yeah.
That's why so many people are watching the show right now. Yeah, it's they don't want to be the cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let Valerie do all the cooking, so we don't have to. We can just sit over here and enjoy the time, and
There you go.
not have to do any of the work.
No.
Of putting on a show.
Mm-mm.
Actually,
I mean,
like,
that's why I'm here.
I like these kind of shows where maybe you talk about some eBay and then maybe you talk about some other stuff or whatever stuff you pick. It's just general. I don't like when they get too schoolhouse likey. They get kind of dry for me. I don't watch much. I like it like the early days, like when they used to have that reseller meet and greet, and they'd all be just kind of resellers and be talking about variable stuff. I like those kind of shows more than a structured show where they're talking about let's talk about selling on eBay.
And that's all they talk about for 2 hours.
No.
There's only so much you can talk about.
Going up. Oh, I mean, I'm just like, ugh.
There's only so many things that you can talk about.
Yeah.
We live and breathe reselling. Sometimes it's nice to get away from it a little bit.
Yeah,
exactly. And this is a place where you can kind of let loose and, talk
But
about
if anybody
what
has
you
any
want.
questions, don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Well, we get people in here that aren't resellers too, and they enjoy it too because then they don't have to sit and listen to resellers.
Oh no! If you're not a reseller, you're not allowed.
We have a good time. No doubt about it.
Yeah, but every time I ask a question, I get insulted before I get the answer.
Ask a question.
No, you don't.
We don't. We always are nice to you, Todd.
Hold on, don't let him ask a question. I haven't thought of an insult.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, go now. Okay.
Hey, Todd, how'd you do on your government online auction? Did you get your stuff, or is it not?
Well, yesterday's auction ended with everything overpriced.
Oh boy.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, that happens.
But I did ask a question this morning, which I got insulted before I could get the answer.
Well, when did
you did not.
Was I on here? No.
No, let me show you what I'm looking at.
Do the timestamp.
See? Jim's starting in on me. I haven't even shown you what it is yet. Smart ass.
While we're waiting, Turtle Trader said we call those horse hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, no, I don't think it would. Hey, why dogs love them this time of year? Because they're frozen. So I think they're like popsicles for the dogs. And that lab, she'll sneak one in. I'll be sitting here, I'm like, what the heck do I smell?
Oh, no.
Because you get that manure smell. And then I'll be like, walk over. There it is, half chewed up, laying on my floor, which I could just. Right.
And if it's on the floor, that's a good.
Yeah, because she'll put it like on the couch.
Lazy boy,
yeah.
your
the bed.
Yeah.
And comforters are not easy to wash either.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to wash it 3 times.
Yeah. Tent stakes.
Okay, Jim, Tara.
What do we do?
I already gave him my opinion.
Would you spend $600 for 56 tents that you could make $3,400 on?
Boy,
are they slow sellers? I mean, I'd have to pop off a couple. I mean, I don't want to sit on them for 5 years while they're selling. What are they, military tents? Are they the whole setup complete?
Yeah, it's a single person tent. And we already looked on eBay. They sell around $70 a piece.
They're rolling out. I mean, the sold isn't like from 3 months ago. It's a recent sold, like in the last few weeks.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Obviously,
you're not going to sell them all like kaboom, but but they should pay for themselves. If they sell 70, I mean, you'd have to sell like 7 or 8 of them to get your money back, but then the rest's going to be pure profit.
That's what I said. I would do it.
Yeah.
He even found a defective one on eBay that sold for $55.
So are they military single tents? Pup tent?
Yeah, you want to see a picture?
No, I'm going to look it up on eBay.
And I said, even if you sold half, even if half of them ended up being like dry rotted or something, I said, but I said, them being military grade, that's not a real big chance either because they're a little tougher than your normal tent too.
You ever slept in one of those tents? They're not good. I mean, you sleep in them if you have to, but Because like the 2-man tent is really a 1-man tent, in my opinion.
This is a 1-man tent. They say it's a 1-man tent.
Yeah, but here's one that sold for $45 free shipping. And that's
Where's
January
that?
2nd. Here's one that sold for $40 with 30 shipping. That was the 31st.
I think the 2-man tents are super tiny. Those 1-man tents are super, super tiny. I mean, but if they're selling, that's good. But
Mr. Sadie said he would sell a couple lots to get his money back quickly and then let it ride. That's a good idea too.
Yeah, you may be like a camp or something like that. I mean, you may sell a large, like 10 of them at a crack or something.
Yeah.
You know, see this one. This one sold cheap, but it doesn't have the pole. Oh, that's just a rain fly. That isn't even a tent.
Well, how do you know? Is it a
these 1-man pup tents? There ain't much to them. They're pretty small.
Yeah, I put military pup tent in, and my first adult sold on the 9th for $40 with 12 shipping. That's kind of but it's a lean-to pup tent. But then I got one that sold for, here's one for $62, and that was a Vietnam era one that had the rope.
Yeah.
Mr. Sadie and Turtle Trader said you might sell a lot to Boy Scouts.
Yeah, don't you have a lot of Boy Scout camps down there in Texas? Isn't that where like Philmont is, or is that Colorado?
No, that's Texas.
Philmont is in New Mexico.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well,
I knew it was down there.
Same
somewhere.
difference.
New Mexico, Texas.
Yeah.
Same general idea.
They're kind of like part of Mexico anyway.
And another thing OJ said is, are they going to take up a lot of space to store? Oh, that's another thing you got to think of too.
Probably not all that much. They're in a.
So it's stacked.
Here's the. This is a Gaylord, and it doesn't even look half full.
No, they go on the bottom of your backpack. I mean, they are very small.
See, this is a Gaylord, and it doesn't even look like it's half full. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Gaylord is 4 foot square. Huh?
I said they look like they got digital camo. They're not that old.
Yeah, they're digital camo.
They're like Desert War or Iraq or whatever, Afghanistan.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Wasn't it 56?
Is there military boots in the box too?
Military what?
Boots? There's that picture on the side of the military boots, or is that different lots?
Oh, no, that's advertisement for other lots.
I would do it.
Yeah, I'd do it.
So, I don't know.
You're definitely gonna get your money back. I mean, you're not gonna lose anything for sure.
Exactly. I wouldn't do it like I told him. I wouldn't do it if I needed that money to pay a bill, because you may not get your money back right away.
Oh, no. Like I said, I'm rich. I got enough money to do it.
Money laying around that you want to invest in something, I'd do it.
Yeah. Hey, wait. I want Todd to say this. I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich.
You just need to tell Gwen she needs to make do with less when we get through this tent thing.
No, that ain't happening. She makes her own money. She's got the big teacher salary she's pulling down. I don't even get to touch it.
Yeah, but you got that big teacher's pension you're pulling in. So
oh yeah.
When those two,
so, I mean, there's
when your two teacher pensions combined, they're gonna make like a giant robot.
I know.
You're gonna crush all the resellers.
I know. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's the problem right there. You get these big pension receiving teachers in here that are doing this part time, and they're screwing it up for us full time.
I'm telling you.
I mean, I would spend $1,000 to get 3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to at least 3 times your money.
Yeah.
So.
But it's gonna be long tail. If I bought this, it probably wouldn't sell out until Christmas time this coming year. But
I mean, how are you set for storage? I mean, is that gonna screw up your eBay storage or?
No, I'll just pile it on top of all the clothes I already bought.
All right. The ones you're not going to live. That's cool. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, the mice
I knew it.
No, I mean,
Oh no, Todd's turning into Greg Gardens. They're gonna come in here. His house is gonna be all full of this eBay inventory.
I gotta grab a tent. Oh no, I forgot to feed the raccoons this morning. Okay, here you go, guys. Let me just grab one of those tents. Don't bite me.
I got a tent ready for every raccoon.
You set
Comfy
up one of
place
those
to sleep.
What do they call the raccoon? Is it Ranger Rick? That one that the forestry service
yeah.
puts out?
Yeah.
He'll have a little scout hat, his little pup tent.
Hey, they got those
Well,
too.
Since you're gonna buy these, Todd, I got a quick story about Ted. Me and my dad are going down the highway, and we see this thing on the side of the road. We call it roadkill. You know, we see something fell off a truck or something. So we quick pull over. I grab it. It's a canvas bag. I throw it in the back of the car, and we proceed to go on. Well, I get home, and I open up this bag, and it's a tent. It says Girl Scout Troop, whatever. It's got the Girl Scout symbol. It's this canvas 4-person tent. I'm like, cool. So I wound up going a few years later. I wound up going to this family reunion. My first wife's family, and the tent's set up. You know, I got all staked out. Everything's all good. And this little girl is standing by the tent, staring at it. I'm like, "Hi." She's like, "Hi," and she just keeps staring at the tent. I'm like, "So, what are you doing?" She goes, "Where'd you get that tent?" I'm like, "What? Where'd you get that tent?" I'm like, "I don't know. We bought it, I think, at a garage sale or an auction." Well, that's our tent. I'm like, "Your tent?" She goes, "Yeah, troop, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Oh my God. It's from her Girl Scout troop." Well, I think we got a garage sale or something. Kid, I don't know. Get the guy. Go find your parents. No,
Stole some little girl's tent. That's pretty low.
well, this was probably like 10 years after I found it.
Hey, if you find it in a ditch, it's yours. That's just the way it is.
The Comfortable Life says, question, is that 3 times your money profit or just one selling price?
Yeah, I mean, if I sold all of them on eBay, that would be for the average price they're selling on eBay right now. That would be 5 times my money.
Mm-hmm.
The price will come down some though, because you're going to flood the market.
No, there's just one lot.
Yeah, but how many tents?
56.
56. The price will come down a little bit because you'll have the other people that have the tents on Buy It Now. They'll start adjusting their price so they fall in just below you. Because when people search it, price plus shipping lowest first, so they come up above you.
Yeah. But I mean, it's an experiment too. I've never bought from government liquidation before, and I kind of want to just see what it's all about, what it's like. I may lose some or break even or lose some money, but
well, what else? What else is there?
Oh well, can you see this lot? Am I still screen sharing?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of packs and shoulder straps and stuff.
Oh.
And it's $65, and I looked up those rucksacks are selling for like $30 on eBay.
Oh yeah.
And there's like 8 of those in there. The waist packs.
Toner right there. How much is that HP toner right there?
Probably $370. Huh?
How many are in the lot? 35. Holy shit!
Holy shit. Okay, that's good. Todd, you better get on that.
What is that?
Screw those tents.
Huh?
Bid on those.
Okay, that one of those sells for over $67. You should bid on those, and those sell fast because I sell those.
Because what you'll get is you'll get a wholesaler will make you an offer on the whole lot when you list them. I mean, they'll be making you offers like immediately.
Yeah, and some of those sell for $100 a box. If you want to really make money, the HP toner is way better than those up tents. I can tell you that.
Yeah, because
look at these.
But they got to be sealed. I mean, they got to have the holographic seal good on them. But you'll get resellers that like stores that resell them. They'll hit you up for the whole lot right away.
I mean, I'll list them and I'll have them sold a lot of times within a half hour.
Yeah.
And I only get like a couple time. I don't get a lot of 35. I mean, that's what you should be really putting your money in. I don't want to tell you what to do, but
telling you what to do.
Screw
Well, I
those
mean-
tents. Get that
But she
toner.
is.
The that auction is 2 days from now. So, but I mean, you got
All right, well.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, do
This
not let those go by too cheap. I mean, that's good money.
Yeah,
How
Todd,
many
we
of them
gotta,
are there?
35.
Oh, yeah.
So
I hope it's thinking
Do
in,
they say
Todd.
do they say they're new?
They should have a holographic seal on them.
that's all you can see about it is the box. They don't have a good description on it.
Yeah, that's over $3,500
They're
there.
new.
They're new. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Todd! Yes, bid on those.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Todd, we limit ourselves. We got a limit of spending $1,000 a day. So, but with your unlimited thing, yeah, you could buy the tents and the toner, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stamped.
See now, Todd, you should be like, oh, good. I'm glad I showed this to Tara and Jim because yes, that is a lot. Those will sell faster than those tents. I know that.
Yeah.
So what's my max bid on 35 Hewlett Packard
You
laser?
got what? I mean, you have $3,500 worth of product there. I mean, I would go to at least $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do $1,000, 1,200 on them? I'd probably go $1,000 or 1,200 because I like to more than double my money on them.
I like to at least
Yeah.
triple them. That's
Yeah.
gonna be triple.
$3,500 worth of toner, so
Alright.
$1,000 would be $1,000 to 1,200.
And you got the other guy's probably not gonna go that high. The other person, we don't know. You might be a woman.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, this one's still got 2 days left on it, so I can always bid near the end on it.
Yeah.
While I'm making my
don't-
plans to go
don't
get
let
my
that-
tents.
But do not let that slip through the cracks here. If that sells for $400, Todd, I'm gonna come down to Texas. Right.
Yeah. Mother's mustache said, please, Todd. Todd,
What?
please, if anything, get the toner. Screw those damn tents.
Yeah.
Well,
Screw those
there's 12.5% auction premium too.
Okay, so on $1,000, it's gonna cost you $120 on 1,200. So that brings you up
Right.
to what, 13 and change.
Yeah, but again, don't calculate in the premium and stay a third or under on your purchase price.
Probably down there. I'll be surprised if you get them. But yeah, if you can get those toners, that's a good seller.
It would be a much faster seller. You'll be out of those in a month where those tents will take forever.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of these boxes are busted open though. Is that?
Yeah, they got some.
Well, yeah, but they're in a bag inside. As long as the bag's sealed, I mean, you may get a guy who'll harump on the box, on the seal being broken on the
And
box.
you know what? If
But
the
as long as the bag's sealed, because he wants to make sure you haven't refilled them. Because when they're refilled, they're junk. But the guys try to refill them, pass them off as new.
Do they say whether they're new or not?
They look new, but they don't say they're new.
yeah, that's damage from being on the pallet on a forklift.
Yeah, this is coming from a government agency. The government don't refill
Well,
their
go
stuff.
through your
The government
pictures.
just buys new.
Go through those pictures. There's an arrow thing on the pictures. Go through those pictures.
But for private parties, that's when it happens. You buy a private party toner cartridge and list it as new when it's not in the package. Well, when you get
Right
it, you
there,
find out the refill.
right where it says bid now, there's an arrow where you can go through more pictures. And I want to see if there's any holographic seals. No. Go to the left. There's a little arrow.
Holy moly.
It's like talking to my mother-in-law. Just hit
The
it.
other
What?
Come on, Grandpa.
Come on, Grandpa. There you go. Now look
Already-
at this one.
Already did that. That's what these are.
Okay, is there a box that shows a holographic seal? Is all I'm asking.
No.
No. Well, they're new. I'm sure of it. Just buy them.
Just do what I say.
Not to.
Oh my God, Todd. So you knew that you had this toner here, and you're making me look up any stupid pup tents?
I'm telling you, this is a different auction. This is 2 days later.
All right.
I haven't even hardly looked at this auction yet.
All right.
All right.
They probably will go way up.
I hardly ever find toners. That is a lucky find, Todd.
We get them.
What is this stuff? Printed form paper. What is that?
Oh yeah.
It's in a roll.
Looks like a big roll of toilet paper.
I wouldn't buy that.
I wouldn't. I don't.
Big roll of toilet paper?
No, form paper. It looks like it must go on a printer, but it's on a roll.
Yeah,
Do they make it like that where they would cut it?
Well, I mean, I guess you could look it up, but I mean,
It's probably for forming machines.
it's not making my blood boil.
For what
Daddy?
machine?
It's probably for forming machines.
Forming machines?
Yeah, like
What is that?
like the place I used to work, we used rolls like that to make like ice cream cartons and stuff like that. You put it in the paper or in the machine, and it feeds through the machine, and it makes like different things.
Makes different things.
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of things. Cups. I mean, the KFC cups. We made Breyer's ice cream.
Oh. I thought you meant like it made pup tents or GMC.
Oh my God, you know tents. Oh my God. Yeah, I would be like right now when I saw that pallet of toner, I'd be like, tents? What tents? Screw those tents.
Yeah.
Screw those tents.
Those tents are so yesterday.
My father-in-law found multiple boxes, and this is when I first started. But he's a truck driver, and so but he's also a dumpster diver, and he found probably 10 boxes of toner, Xerox toner, and they were brand new. They were brand new. They were in the manufacturer's boxes. I sold the crap out of those things. Sold them for really good, and made some good money on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you ever come across that stuff ever again, don't get it.
Yeah.
Please. So
we all have those items that we find a bunch of, and then all of a sudden we sell the crap out of them, and it's like, God, where can I get more of it?
Exactly.
OJ said, did she say whoring machines?
Yeah, it
No,
takes
warming.
Warming machines.
Close, warming machines.
He also said, so we've all gone from buy the tents to screw those tents in 10 minutes.
I'm like, are those toners? I was looking up stupid ass tents. There's a ballad of toners.
I didn't see the toners when he was looking before, but
Hey, I can tell you this: I sold enough toner that if I see a picture of toner, I'm on that like stink on shit.
yeah, I would buy both, honestly.
Yeah, I might drive to Texas to go get that toner and bring it home. How much would it cost?
I don't know, but I mean, I'm literally sweat thinking about that toner. I mean, I'm actually perspiring. I'm so
Yeah. We're all drooling over his pallets.
Better watch out, Todd. You might have some competition.
That's a reseller steak. We're all salivating over it like it's steak.
Yeah.
He's sweating black toner out his armpits. Yeah.
I love toner. If you want to get a nice cash increase on your store for the day, list toner. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And computer memory. Good computer memory.
Yeah. Oh, now you got me, and I'm gonna have to go look at the government site.
I'm going right now. I'm going now.
All toner jacked up on. I'm jonesing for some toner.
Yeah, my heart's pounding.
Yeah, I love toner. I'm itching my arms and stuff. Like, oh, if I could just get some toner.
Safine said, went to dinner with my son and daughter-in-law, and her grandma who said, she was wanting to donate stuff to the local thrift shop. I was like, I will take it. What you got? So now she's gonna go thrift at her house. That's awesome.
For free.
That's the best way to do it.
Yep.
Well, my husband's friend, a couple times a year, they would load up the truck with stuff to give to Goodwill. And my husband, he would always tell my husband, well, bring your wife over to look through it before I take it in, you know. And Gary says, here, I'll just load it in my truck and I'll stop at home. She can dig through it and then we'll just take it when we go to town the next day, you know. And so, yeah, I used to get all kinds of good stuff from them. But, oh, that was nice. The OJ says, Jim has gone from Christy Brinkley making him break out and sweat to a pallet of government owners.
Well, Jessica, good morning.
I'll be right
All
back.
right, Jen.
What are you
Tell us
shaking your head for?
You look in the side chat.
Uh-oh, is it bad?
You're naughty.
Only you.
Women get them too, you know.
True enough.
Over the toner.
A lady boner.
From the toner.
A
From the
lady
toner.
boner.
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
A boner for toner.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going for.
A toner boner.
Okay, so Jessica, how was your bin trip yesterday? How'd you do there at those Goodwill bins?
Another topic.
I did good.
Just good?
Yeah,
was
I did great. Is that better?
Yeah,
I
that
did
sounds
fabulous.
Better.
I got
We have a new standard for great. Is it toner great?
Is it
some of it was pretty great. Was pretty toner great.
Wow.
I got after Valerie left, I hit a bin and it had some water babies in it from 1990 and like
water
so that was-
baby? How's a water baby?
I'll show you. They're my babies. Come here, come to mama. This is a water baby.
Oh, yeah.
They're filled with water.
Nice.
Hey,
They're filled with water.
what it?
She just held it up.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Dog fight over here.
Oh, that thing is ugly.
Yeah.
I know they're worth money though.
So what do
What's
those
the
go
little
for?
suit that's got on?
What do something like that go for?
Looks like it's wearing
Some of them were going for like 40, 45.
Very good.
Yeah.
Not all of them,
Wow,
but
did one of
the Mickey ones and stuff do better. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I got
did one of them crawl up the side of your bed last night?
I wish it would have.
Sprayed some water on you.
That was just sweat.
Yeah, oh, my water baby's leaking again.
I mean, I got some. Yeah. My baby leaks.
Sorry, I just sweated.
Oh, here's the.
No, Nikki was telling a story about one of her nephews that used to pee the bed, but he would say that he just sweated a lot.
Not like he had water baby.
Leave the water.
I also got this Mickey Mouse. It's a Vinylmation #1 of 1200.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh, Vinylmation Mickey.
That is. What the hell?
That's a Mickey Mouse?
Yeah,
Like a Mr. Potato Head.
it's ugly
Hold
as
it
hell.
still.
Okay.
Hold it still.
I have some. I'm trying. Okay, hold on.
Wow.
That's not Mickey Mouse. That's a hippopotamus.
It's a Mickey Mouse. It's just ugly as shit. It is a
Yeah, they
hippo. It's Hanich Hippo Fantasia from Fantasia, but it's on a Mickey body.
Oh. Yeah, they must be kind of pop figures.
Wow.
Yeah, but these are limited edition.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't make too many of those ugly fucks either. But anyway.
Valerie's gonna kill us.
I got this wine glass from. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but when I saw it, I knew what it was because I heard about them. And they're hand painted, and they're called Lolita wine glasses.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
They're really cute, and then on the bottom it has a drink recipe.
Oh.
Oh.
They're just really cute. So that'll probably get 15 to 20. I mean,
Hey, Jessica.
Yeah.
This ain't toner grade. I'm a little disappointed. This is like 10th grade. I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
I'm just teasing you.
Drink enough of this wine out of this wine glass, it might be toner grade.
I sold one of those and it broke, and Jim's like, I'm not shipping any more of those.
Oh, they're cool though.
Remember that wine glass in the tube, and then you're like, no more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bridget says I collect Disney IMK when you list that.
Well, Jim, if you learn how to ship stuff.
I guess so.
Oh, let me know when you list that.
Oh, you already got a buyer.
I don't even know what they go for. I'll have to really research it first.
Maybe it is toner grade.
There you go.
Well, I mean, when you have something that's Disney that's limited edition, it's usually pretty good because you got to thank the collectors of Disney. Like, even if it is ugly,
yeah,
there's a lot of collectors, and if they're only one of 1,200, I don't know. I'm gonna sneeze, damn it. Okay. Other than that, I got a lot of stuff. I got some Lululemon. I got some LuLaRoe. I don't know. I wasn't really going for clothes too much. I was more going for hard goods. I got a lot of cool hard goods. I got Sophia some birthday gifts because yesterday was her birthday.
Awesome.
And I definitely got stuff that can make money, but I want to keep some of it. I'll make my money back and then some, so that's the goal.
Yeah. I think it was a good trip.
Oh, I got a big comforter. That comforter that was Tommy Hilfiger. I think that'll be all right. I got some Harley Davidson tank tops. Some Ralph Lauren bedding, like pillow shams and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Those usually do pretty good.
I don't know. I'm very overwhelmed right now. So I gotta show you my hoard right now. What's going on here? Like, this is what I'm gonna work on today because it looks like somebody died and threw up in my. I don't even know. Like, I don't even. Yeah, probably. Look at this.
Woo! Woo!
You think I got stuff to do?
Yeah, you got a great garden situation going on.
Oh God!
I mean, I maybe have some work
back there. Throwing some bread.
Pup tents don't take up that much room. Set up.
Yeah. I don't even want to hear about those pup tents anymore now that I know there's toner. I swear to God, I'm all jittery because of toner. I don't even want to talk about those stupid pup tents.
You're gonna be on me like SOS if I don't get that toner now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you better take it up to a third of its value. I can tell you that.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a sound right now that's making me happy. Dripping water.
Okay.
Dripping.
That doesn't sound like that would make you happy.
Dripping water.
Oh, because it's
outside on my air conditioner. That means the snow is melting. That means it's warm enough for running water.
I
I am
thought you were going to
excited.
tell us you got a cha-ching, but no.
I know.
dripping
That's what I was thinking
water.
too.
No, there's water dripping from the sun. The snow is melting off my roof.
I was like, dripping water. Are you sweating?
Oh no, it's the water baby.
No, I'm just excited about the warm weather.
That's cool.
It's so warm out. I hear water dripping on my air conditioner outside.
Yay!
She's so excited she's sweating in bed.
I am. I sweated.
See, if you tell us something on here, we're not going to just let it go. We're going to keep and we're going to keep on. And we're going to keep on. So, just so you know.
That's all right.
Because we never bring
like,
up
yeah, that's what I
anything
thought
like,
too.
we never bring up anything like spilled soup or dead fish in a storage unit or anything like that. Yeah. Hank Allen said, go ahead and get the tents over here. You can store your toner in them.
If you lived where I lived, you'd know I am excited about 35
it's supposed
degrees.
to be almost 40 here, but dun dun dun, it's gonna be all the way down to like 6 this weekend. So don't enjoy it while you got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain.
Snow tomorrow.
Come here. You want to say hi?
It's melting today. There's room for that 10 inches of snow we're supposed to get tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
No, we're only supposed to get like 3, so shut up, Nikki. I don't want your 10 inches. You keep your 10 inches to yourself.
Hi, Ringo.
But if you want to share your 10 inches, I'm always here for you, Nikki.
No, I don't share 10 inches. Sorry. That's like sharing a soda. No.
Oh, that's totally different than shrink.
Say hi, everyone.
Hank, we don't want to hear about the Florida weather.
No.
Nobody cares about Florida weather.
Yeah, tomorrow we're supposed to have 51 degrees high, and
wow,
it's supposed to rain.
Yeah.
And then the next day it's supposed to be high of 34, low of 11, and get snow.
You know, I was very concerned, Hank, when you guys were having hurricanes, but I don't want to hear about your 60 and 70 degree weather right now. Actually, today I don't mind hearing it because it's beautiful here. But for this weekend, don't tell me about 60, 70 degree weather.
Okay, that's two.
They want to go take the decorations down at the steam farm this weekend, and it's supposed to be like 0. I'm like, what? And somebody says, but it's going to be sunny. I'm like, yeah, but still, it's going to be 0. What the hell?
Yeah.
Can't we wait?
Yeah, don't you know you take down Christmas decorations around Easter, for God's sakes? What kind of
exactly.
Take them down around like April, May.
Just leave them up. It'll be fine. It'll be all right.
Well, they're worried about people coming and stealing them or trashing them. We got a couple kids by there that like to come and trash stuff.
Oh.
Broken windows. They've left. They let fire extinguishers. They sprayed one inside one tractor with a fire extinguisher.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I would be eating their ass. That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah. I would sit there with like a paintball gun, and then, you know, like when they're coming around doing something bad, just hide and then shoot them with that paintball gun. It'll scare the living shit out of them.
As I told him, we need to start putting trail cams up.
Oh man, if I found out my son did something like that,
I'd kill him.
He would be sorry that he was alive at the moment.
If he's still alive, you'd definitely be sorry.
Yeah. Hell no.
Mother's month asks, wait, who even takes down Christmas decorations?
Yeah, you just leave them up year round.
Well, this is at our steam farm, so people in August would look at us kind of funny if we had Christmas decorations.
Yeah, there's nothing like a blow mold Frosty the Snowman that the dogs peed on like 50 times. It's like yellow, dirty snow around it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like 50-something degrees here yesterday for us, and it was not.
It was not. It was not even close.
It was
Last night, Throne was wearing a tank top. He said it was like 70-some degrees there. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. They lied.
Yeah, it was like 30-something.
The wind was blowing. I was like, what happened to this weather?
It wasn't
supposed to be
bad
nice today.
Like when you first walked outside, it wasn't too bad because we were warm from being in there.
Yeah.
But then after a minute, it got pretty chilly. For sure.
I love Christmas lights. I would leave Christmas lights up all year round if I could. But my husband yells at me, get those goddamn Christmas lights down. It's almost Easter.
Are you like lighting up, Gary? God.
Give me a break.
Yeah, shut up.
It's August. Can we take the tree down yet? One year I had my Christmas tree up. I was just so busy with eBay work and everything else in my life. And the Christmas tree was up until May. And he's like, we got to get the Christmas tree down.
Yeah, I gotta take mine down too. In fact, I just told Jim last night. I'm like, we should take the Christmas tree down, and then we'll go on Nikki's list it or ditch it. Like, so that would be my goal. Is I'll get my tree down.
There you go. And
well,
it was
how many
the other day. So.
How many items you need? 20.
Well, I mean, I like it to be at least an hour.
Yeah, so 20 probably takes an hour.
Whatever you have is fine. I mean, at least it's an hour. That's all. I don't care if it's longer than an hour. That's fine, but I like to at least be an hour on.
What if it's 2 items? Can you talk about it a half hour per item?
Hey, Nikki, I got a good one for you. When I met Tara, because I was doing something outside the house, I'm like, oh my God, Tara, I just noticed when I came in the door, I remember there was Christmas lights up that we took off that were stapled to the house. You can still see where they're stapled on. She goes, yeah, those were there when I bought the house. And I remembered, when did you buy this house? In 93?
Yeah, the fall.
You bought the house in 93. I met her in
It was like in the corner of the house up by the gutter. There was like a broken strand that had been stapled under all this.
I met her in 2005. Okay. Dated her, married her, had a kid with her, and then later wound up moving into this house with her. I mean, so this was probably 2009 when I took these lights down. So they've been up from 1992 to 2009.
Well, I don't really know when they got put up. I think Hazy put them up, so you had an owner in between. Because I don't think Scott did.
So if you leave the decorations around till like November, then you can just tell everybody that you're decorating early.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's one time, just about 2 months ago, we've had this light switch that I never knew what it was for. And we've lived here 10 years. I just found out like 2 months ago what it was for.
Oh my gosh.
I love those.
Well, what is it for? You got my curiosity now.
It's for the outside outlet. Who has a light switch? Who has a light switch for their outside outlet? So, I mean, I wasn't totally stupid. I mean, why would you have a switch for your outside outlet? But that's what
we had one. We have a switch that's in the
lights in, so you can turn it off during the day and not have to go out in the cold.
Yeah.
We have a switch on the wall in the living room that looks like it would be a normal light switch, but it's not. It controls an outside mercury vapor light.
Yeah, it's like way away from the house. It's when it was an outdoor riding arena. It was a lit outdoor riding arena. It controls it way across the property.
When I first moved in here, I'm like always flicking the switch on and off. Like I'm like, what the hell does this thing do? I'm turning it on and off. Because the yard light's like 600 feet from the house.
Yeah, it's like got this big telephone pole, this mercury vapor light. it on up.
There's nothing low cost about my energy bill. In the summertime, I run like $300.
No.
Right now, my electric bill is about $6
Oof.
a month.
Mine with my heat, because my heat comes on my electric bill, runs around $4. And then in the summer, I'm usually probably around 190 to 200.
When I used to have chickens, oh my gosh, my bill would be $450 to $500 in the summertime, and in the wintertime it was about $700 or $800 a month.
Yeah, like me,
'Cause I have
my electric bill's high because I got a water tank with a heater in it out there, and those things draw a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had chicken lights on out in the chicken coop, and yeah, that would
That
raise
draws a lot
it.
of power.
In the springtime, I had the brooder going, and yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Hank says, damn, I would fall out getting a bill like that. It's usually 130 or so at this house. I know my daddy's always bitching about his light bill in town, and if it gets up to like $75, and he's got like a 5-bedroom house, an attached garage and everything, so you know, he should probably have a bigger bill than me, but yeah, he gets upset when he gets a $75 bill. I'm like, I'll switch. When my 2 kids moved out, my bill didn't go down.
When we had borders, when we no longer had borders anymore, then it went down.
Yeah.
Because you'd come back, I mean, we'd be out of town, we'd pull in the driveway. She's got this arena with all these mercury vapor lights. Those would all be on. 2 sets of lights in the barn aisle, which is, how long is that barn aisle?
125 feet.
125 foot barn aisle with 3 rows of lights going down, and all those lights are on. It's like, geez, when you leave, just turn off the light switch. You know, no one, not a soul around. Nobody's here. All the lights.
Water would be running.
Water would be running in the water tank.
Bathroom door would be open, so all the heat would be going out the door in the winter. You know.
I forgot about that, yeah. Our when we had borders, oh my gosh, the electric bill was just nuts.
Yeah. Well, I used to ask them if they'd come and check my meter to see if there was something wrong. And they wanted to like charge me some exorbitant amount of money to do it. Well, anyways, so I never had them do it, but anyways, one time a couple years ago when my mother-in-law was sick, we closed the house down in the wintertime and moved into town to be closer to her. And my bill went down to like $50. Well, then they were calling me, asking me if anything had changed because they wanted to come out and check and see if there was something wrong with the meter. I was like, really? I have a huge light bill and beg you to come and look at my meter. But as soon as and you won't, but as soon as my bill goes down, they were going to come out and check it for free.
I had told them, go ahead and check it. Yeah, there's probably something wrong with it.
I should have.
Money.
Get a free
I
meter.
should have. Yeah, there must be something wrong. But I was afraid that they'd say, well, we need to estimate your bill for the last couple months.
Yeah. Or they bill you for coming out and looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, if they found nothing was wrong, they'd bill me for it.
I disconnected something. I had my old house. It used to have a separate electric meter for the water heater because they had something during prime use or whatever, so that meter was read separate. I disconnected the meter. I disconnected it right from where it came in the wall, so no more power was coming through the thing because I put in a gas water heater. I'm like, oh yeah, I should give them a pull meter because they charge you $10 a month for the meter. I forgot about it. A couple months later, I'm looking at the second bill. Yeah, I'm still getting billed like $25, $30 a month for the thing. I called the electric company. I'm like, that thing hasn't been hooked up to anything. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, it looks like they estimated your usage. I'm like, yeah, well, they need to unestimate that.
Yeah. I know, I hate that when they estimate your bill.
Yeah, because it confused the meter reader, so I was like, oh, yeah, he must have used some power, so they just estimated. I'm like, no.
And we had this old chest freezer, huge chest freezer, an old one. And when my sister-in-law had her fire, they moved their chest freezer over here because they had a bunch of food in it and plugged it in. And it like almost doubled my bill. When we unplugged that thing, it was like, whoa. I couldn't believe how much it was taken.
I don't like them because I think they're like a cemetery for meat. Because I like to consume meat within 3 months. I don't like meat sitting in the freezer for a year. I mean, it tastes like butt.
Well, we used to do pigs and deer and stuff, you know, so we needed, you know, to store meat, you know, large amounts of meat at a time, you know. So
Car don't eat meat. We don't use much.
Yeah. And at the time we had our big family of 4, and then my brother and my nephews and everybody would come over and get meat, and you know, we always had a lot of meat.
OJ wants to know, do you guys oil your cast iron pans before listing?
Yeah, Jim seasons them.
Yeah.
They turn out nicer in the picture if you can do that.
Yeah,
they take a much better picture.
Yeah, you need to start a relationship with somebody named Jim who will season your.
Yeah, that's why we keep Jim around.
Yeah, Jim's good at oiling things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, first I put it in an oven in the clean cycle, an electric oven, to clean off all this any debris or whatever. Then I oil it up. So if you can survive the cleaning, I'll oil you up.
There you go.
I will say this though, since you brought that up, when you do clean a cast iron pan in an oven on clean cycle, I'll make sure that you take out the racks and put a pair of bricks in it, and then set the cast iron item on the bricks. Because what happens is if you put weight, if there's nothing on the racks, they're fine when you run your clean cycle. But if you put weight on a rack when it goes through the clean cycle, it actually gets hot enough where it softens the metal and it'll actually bend your racks.
Oh wow!
Just a tip: if you're cleaning cast iron that's crusty on the clean cycle in your oven, make sure you put it on bricks. Don't put it on the racks because you'll bend them up.
Good to know.
To talk about racks.
Yeah, well, learn it hard.
It's the right place.
You want to bend your rack.
Oh my God.
Or if you got to stick your oil jug in a hole and just leave it there.
That night Todd was giving Sally so much shit about her rack. Yeah, Hank says wouldn't want racks all bent out of shape.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't
And
want
Sally
that
wasn't
happen.
even here.
That's how you get lopsided rack.
Yeah.
More nice brick.
Frankie's fine says, and now it's rack talk time. We'll do that too.
Oh, that's a new name
Oh
for
my
the group.
God.
You guys could be the rack pack.
Turtle Trader says, "Do not like bent rack." Rack is the bad word.
Rack
Like the other day when everybody's talking about lubrication.
Rack attack. No rack attack here.
Frankie's fine. So it was heat that made my rack sag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those tanning boots are awful hot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can't believe you said that, Jim.
He talks from experience. His first wife, her rack.
Okay, really.
Lay down at her feet.
Okay.
Hank says, as long as we aren't lubricating the racks, that would be going too far.
Well, if you do, you're going to season them.
Oh my God.
Oh, I bet your sister's proud.
Wow.
He's probably like, that's my brother.
I get drawn into stuff. I'm usually innocent.
I believe that.
I only know that you told me a lot of stories about them, so shut up.
Oh my gosh.
Hank,
Oh.
to prevent the drooping.
Before that topic comes up. I try not to talk to my new wife about my ex-wife's stuff.
Yeah, probably a good idea, Jim.
That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I mean, well, not to be mean, but I mean, it is kind of funny because he'll be like, "Oh no, they were always bad." He calls her the beaver tails. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my god!
Anyway.
Okay. It's not that you know of. Oh my god.
Now she knows she has to put on a good bra.
Yeah, I'm gonna wind up with a dick. Death threat.
Jim, do you use Turtle Trader wants to know, do you use Jim,
Yeah.
do you use regular brick or fire bricks in the oven?
No, I just use regular red bricks. Because you're only heating them, I think it's like 550 degrees. So it's not like a super, I mean, it's hot, but it's not like, it's the red brick can handle it.
Yeah.
And if you crack a red brick, well, you just go get another red brick. I mean, it ain't like it's in your fireplace wall or something, you know. But actually, I don't think I've ever had a red brick crack.
Sassy Seller asked, she put a link in the chat, but she said, "Is this a good printer?" And it's a Brother Mono laser printer. It looks pretty good.
I have a Brother laser printer. I like it, except when
it sells for $99.99.
Is she selling it or wanting to buy it for herself?
No, she wants to buy it for herself, I think.
That one looks like mine.
I could be mistaken.
We use, I think, is ours a Hewlett Packard?
Yeah, we got some brothers and Hewlett Packards.
Is this a Brother here? Oh, this is a Brother. Yeah, we use a Brother too. It works good. It's the old real estate office printer, as a matter of fact.
How we got those ones?
I heard Brother is really good for laser printers. A lot of people talk really highly about Brothers. I know my mother-in-law, she had a Brother printer for years and years and loved it.
Yeah, this
And
one, I
she
mean,
prints
it's not a lot of
everything.
work. Because I know this one on my desk was definitely at the real estate office. So.
Is it a laser print? But she's looking at a laser printer, right? Like a toner printer?
Mm-hmm.
There's a link in the chat.
Yeah, as long as it's a toner, any good any toner printer, just don't stay away from ink.
Yeah. That one looks like mine, and I love mine. It's probably a different model, but
Liz says, best show ever. Thought Jim left, although Jim left out the story of the time my mother and I had to pick him up from the bachelor party because the strippers were scary looking.
you
remember
gotta get her
that?
on the show.
Jim, do you remember that?
Oh, I didn't know they had to pick me up.
Oh.
How'd you get home? You don't remember?
It was bad. I bought a gun that day. I bought a rifle, and going on the way to the bachelor party, I stopped at this flea market or this gun show or whatever, and I bought this old Mauser rifle. Well, the guy sold me some ammunition. He goes, "Well, this will fit that," but he says, "Don't use it. It's really old. It's from World War II." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." So I get to the bachelor party. We're waiting for the strippers to get there, so we're all trying out this rifle, and I let all the other guys shoot it. So then I'm like, I'm going to try it. So I shoot it. Well, my shell is so corroded that all the gunpowder blows backwards out where the bolt goes.
Oh.
And it like, I was wearing contact lenses. I had like gunpowder burnt into my contacts. I had powder burns all over my face.
Oh
anyway, so then all the girls are there too. They're like, they're looking at me. They're like, "What's wrong with your face?" Wear eye protection, kids. Don't do what I did. You got this girl sitting on your lap, that you just met, and she's asking you why your face looks funny.
Yeah, these are ladies of the evening. I mean, strippers are more high class.
It wasn't at a club. He hired them. They came to the house.
They came to the cabin. Wasn't it a cabin?
God.
It was his house.
Oh.
It was like one of those split level houses with a kitchen dining area. So he just cleared out all the furniture. So there's this big wide open area where you had all these just folding chairs. And then it just had the linoleum to dance on. I mean, it was like something out of a movie. If I wasn't there, it wouldn't happen. And then years later, I had to take these two women to go look at this house that was for sale. I walk into the house, I'm like, oh my God. I didn't realize it until I walked through the door. I'm showing it to him. I'm like, oh my God. So I didn't tell him what happened. I'm just, the whole time I'm like, we're in the kitchen. I'm like snickering to myself. It's funny.
Oh my God.
Real den of debauchery.
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Oh yeah, because the club, they were supposed to be back by 6 p.m. and of course they're not leaving, so they want to stay. But then the club that wants them back because they're supposed to be working, and it was hilarious. The phones ringing off the hook. The lady that runs the bar is screaming.
Get back here, you strippers!
Yeah, because the bar that we got, this is a very rural area. There's not like a lot of dancers. You know, they got to choose from.
Yes.
Probably at least half of the dancers that were supposed to be there that night.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It was fun.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
they
sure.
were a good sense of humor and stuff. It was a good time.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
I was like, oh my God.
No, that was way before me.
They were
That's
both
your husband. You chose
I mean,
him.
they had a really good sense of humor. I mean, they were just cracking you up. I mean, they were funny.
Was that when you were with
Liz
your
can just say she was born into it.
you were single?
Liz can say she was just born into it. She had no choice, but you married him. You chose him.
Oh, you know what we did last night? You know what me and Jim did last night? He's like, oh yeah, he goes, you know, for my age, I look pretty good. He goes, you know, look at this picture of my girlfriend in high school. Look how badly she's aged. I'm like, oh, you want to see somebody else that aged really badly? So then we bring up all these Facebook things of his exes, you know, and compare how they each other.
I'm like a vampire. I just suck the life out of you.
That's what he said. He goes, I'm going to do it to him. I might just suck the life out of him. Look how bad they look.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I just keep getting.
Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show, guys. Hope everybody has a great day. Get lots of sales. I heard a cha-ching there in the background. I don't know who it was.
I don't either. It sounded like a half of it.
Nobody claimed one. Nobody claimed it. So
Go, Todd.
Me. I got paid.
Oh, if it was Todd, he would say, "Oh, I sold something," because he loves saying this stuff. You never keep quiet.
I sold a gold watch. Another gold watch.
I'm rich. I sold another thing.
I'm rich.
Y'all are punks.
All right, guys. Have a great day, and I should be doing a haul, just a kind of not all of it, but you know, some key items or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. But I hope everybody has a great day. Get lots of sales. List, and we'll see you later.
Bye,
Bye now.
everybody.
Bye.